Hello and welcome to the Silver Gauntlets. Glad to have you all back here today for more Challenge Cup coverage. This time it is a race fighting for who's the boss in Group 12. It is MisterKarp versus BearKofca. Here to tell you all about it, your commentators, Star1468, TheQueenHelena, and Toffile. Folks, how are you?
I'm doing
I'm
great.
doing
Thank you
great.
for asking.
Yeah.
Doing all right myself.
Glad to have
Um,
you. All right, I am going to swap us over to the race scene momentarily after I fix the terrible job I did with cropping the streams just now. So one moment, please. Uh,
Um.
Professional restreamer
please,
at work.
please stand by for technical difficulties.
Yeah.
In the
Um.
meantime, though, what do we want to talk about? What settings we have today?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. So our two major settings today are Dungeons and Dragons Randomizer and Overworld tokens. Not the not the worst settings in the world, but Overworld tokens can kind of really extend the seed out a bit. It's hoping for early Sun Song and like
hmm
Boomerang or Hookshot.
Yep. And our minors today are random warp song destinations, which is going to result in some interesting shenanigans and pre-planned magic means, which can get a little funny at times too, depending on where stuff ends up.
Yeah.
Not too terrible, but could be could be much worse.
We also start with Light Medallion, OK, and Requiem. How useful is Requiem? We'll find out.
Yeah. Um. We have an adult start, so normally you'd play like immediately, probably check the pedestal, and then maybe play Requiem and check the song. But we don't know if it's going to go to Colossus today. It could take us to Graveyard, which would be nice.
Yep. DC, Shadow, Spirit, Water, and Deku. This is kind of a terrible layout.
Yeah. Uh, looks like Bear's going to be the first one to kind of take a look and see where Requiem goes.
Alright, CAC. Okay.
Yeah.
Specifically, CAC from DMT. OOT is Saria's song. Hyrule Field is Path to Queen Goma. Zora's River is Path to King Dodongo. And, Skull Mask is the boomerang. Wahoo! We're in for fun.
Ooh.
I mean, I'm not going to
Lens
And there's a
lie.
lens.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. The fact that we have a warp straight to the Death Mountain Gate means the key to Master and it's easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that is fair.
Oh.
I mean, it's not the best warp song, but it's far from the worst warp location, so it'll have some use.
Yeah.
Goron City Path to Twin Robot on Bear's side, so we're gonna need something from there at some point. I better hope it's not Darunia.
Boy. Could be our first one back for Twin Robo.
Could be. Our stones today are Forest, Fire, and Jabu as a note.
Yeah, actually.
Eh. Saria's song will not be for forest access by default, at least. Which is actually interesting. We will actually be guaranteed to mini-map warp because of that. Or that side of Lost Woods warp, since Saria's song is behind Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Bonus
We
song
just
is
got
Windmill.
We just got a Pona song, which is gonna be good for getting around the overworld as adult.
Yeah, especially in random warp song destinations, you're not guaranteed useful warps.
Well, that's also GCG, so that's another dungeon accessible right now.
Yep. Oh, the GTG entrance to note.
Yeah. Oh, there's our first skull token out of the pool.
Yeah. Oh, I say that sorry, it's only for forest access, but well, we don't know what dungeon is in the entrance of Forest Temple, so never mind.
Yeah, let's
If
see
anything, Forest is probably not in vanilla entrance because of that. 50 is dead.
And 40. Well, I'm sorry, dude. On 50, you're not getting one token just because of to do it on 40.
Nope.
So this is going to be kind of interesting. Carp having the knowledge that River's path to King Dodongo. I kind of feel like you have to do River as adult here, just because it could just be Bombag and Open Grotto, which is like one of the worst possible locations for Bombag.
Yeah, for sure. Pre-planted beans actually makes River as adult a little nicer to do. It's logical actually too to go get your some of the stuff in River as adult without hover boots, because you can just go ride the bean.
Yeah, that's
It's
true. Didn't really think
one of the
about
funnier
that.
bits of logic that you don't see often. Oh yeah, Graveyard Crate by the way is 0/0. You can just go do that. Like this.
Why bother picking? You just
Oh, there's a silver scale.
Well, speaking of beans, scale.
yeah, that's actually really nice. Yeah, just do River and then go take a look and see what's the Song of Minuet and do Kokiri.
Pretty much.
I mean, the one thing that's going to be annoying is that there's going to be a couple of adult skulls that are kind of hard to do if you don't know to just at least check them. But
The one thing I'm gonna be interested in seeing is how they're gonna diverge paths after they're done in Graveyard, since Carp has knowledge about a river being path to King Dodongo. So
Yeah,
it's
and
gonna be
Bear
interesting
doesn't.
to see
yeah,
what they'll do after this.
Bear's voiding and not saving quitting, so they're gonna go back into CAC at least.
Or not. Okay.
They're. I don't know if this is faster. I mean, if they're going up trail, this is faster.
Which are
No.
not. Command is at a date. Our settings today are Dungeon ER, Overworld Skulls, Random Warp Songs, and Pre-planted Beans as Bear's buying a shield.
Yeah. You know, other good thing about this, you're right next to one of the bazaars, so.
Oh, that's why they warped, so that way they can get the shields relatively easily. That makes sense.
Yeah, and okay, Carp's heading for River.
Which
Yeah, makes sense. You know it's what is that? Oh, that's token on top of DC. You know it's River Path to King Dodongo, and there's no reason to go up DMT Lunar Bomb is probably just sitting in River.
It's like a small chest. So what's her dungeon in DC? Oh no.
Fun.
Oh boy, it's worse Temple. Despite the fact that this dungeon is hookshot locked normally, there isn't a lot of actual hookshot locks in the dungeon itself. So
The main one really is the island chest.
yeah, we don't have Song of Time or above though, so this is really only up to Staffo's chest though.
For now, at least, yeah.
Yeah, one small key you can get into the maze, but that's Wallmaster chest. Not even in logic.
Now, River Grotto has a hint. Spirit is foolish. Okay, that's... Okay, Water Medallion Spirit's foolish. Sure, I guess. That's not the most useful hint of all time.
Yeah, there's our bomb bag.
Yep,
in logic,
as expected.
Yeah, in logic because we have a scale.
Which is in logic because we have pre-planted beans, which would also put it in logic.
Yeah. That's actually kind of a really funky logical conundrum if you think about it, because if we didn't have pre-planted beans, we couldn't get the beans to go get the scale, to go get the bomb bag.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bear is going to go check the skull over here. Might do a river play after this as well. It's a good time of day reset. For doing
Time
river,
of day
try to
reset and some fairly quick checks since the seed has been a pretty dry start.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about this is like if you're going to go up river after this time, as you can see happening to MisterKarp, it'll kind of be daytime when Bear says quits from river. If she's not going to go back to cap all time, she is.
There we go.
Nice.
I'm just glad it wasn't like hookshot locked, or was like one of the songs as child, which would be logical since he did get a bonus song and scale. So.
Yeah.
But it's nice to get that early.
Well,
bomb
Frog
bag.
Sandy's not on, so
Oh,
one of the
right,
skulls
right,
in the river
right.
being
Yeah.
the path would have been fun.
Yeah,
Right.
it wouldn't have it couldn't have been frogs too, because that's still an only sent. Oh,
Are those iron boots?
those
Yeah.
are iron boots. It's a nice entrance to water. Easier entrance into Water Temple now.
Yeah.
Morgan the Woods is dead. So Bear got time of day to go check. Honestly, she'll be able to do Dompe digging too.
I was just about to say, yeah. Hey, Sadie. Seed's fine so far. Graveyard's back to Morpha.
We didn't get anything in Dompe at scale for irons right now.
No, because you can get that. I think pre-planted. I don't remember if pre-planted
No,
bean
the
gets you
bean
the
doesn't
upper
go up
river
that
part, yeah.
far. The bean doesn't go up that far.
This yeah, scale gets you that. Forwards is nice. Yeah, currently it's the scale would be path. But we don't know, because there's still some checks left.
Yeah. We have 2
Yeah,
skulls.
overworld skills can here for our runners.
Oh no, you don't want to do this. No.
No, this is not a bean you want, Carp.
Yeah, this is a bean that leads to a lot of money. Unfortunately, it's also a very, very slow bean.
Yep. Hey, Chimpy, I am here to complete the zoo. Ha! Yes, you are the third zoo animal in the group, so we're missing our zookeeper.
Night skulls too.
Skip the Kakiri Forest. Didn't know he read that earlier.
Yeah, night skulls with skull scenery, really nice.
Yep. Yeah, I know Sunsong. That's something you'd like to see early in overall skull seeds, but sometimes that just doesn't happen. Hermes Bear. We have GTG entrance is Shadow Temple. So, well, we can go look at Shadow Temple, I guess. We have a bonus not gonna get there, but that's about it right now. Ooh, Strength Bear.
Yeah,
Cack Knight Skulls. We do need at least one of it. We do need at least 2 of them, sorry, because Spirit's required.
MisterKarp. Yeah, this is Puck Jobless, Bolus, Mido Skip is always kind of annoying. Purple.
There we go for Carp. Aha! Remembering that this skull is available for being
Yep.
just a stick, but very nice remembering of the routing, because that's one of the skulls that's really easy to forget, and one of the pre-planted beans that's really easy to forget, because you don't see that bean very often.
Yeah. But then there's also the nighttime skull in Secret Forest Meadow too.
Yeah.
Yeah, which you can at least chuck a bomb at that one, so Carp can peek what it is. I believe that one's low enough you can hit it with a bomb. Of course, you would time it, but it's doable to peek.
Yeah. They're gonna take that time of day even a bit further. Gonna go beat up the skull at the Noah Brothers' house.
Sadly, no bottle to check check the soil patch skulls.
Yeah. Well, the good thing is that we're gonna get a Bolero warp at some point. We'll do that one, and the three near Kokiri Forest are all pretty close together to your save point, so it's not the worst to come back to as a child later. Of course, knocks on wood, it's really just going to be how do you get back to Temple Time with random warp songs.
Yeah.
That's the big thing on how you really want to get that.
Got 3 hints here too for Carp. Ice Cavern as Bolero. Good to know. Skull Mask is still the boomerang. Not gonna peek the skull for Carp, which I think might have just been a forgot you can chuck a bomb at it one.
I mean,
Might go down the way out perhaps too.
yeah, there's 2 ways. You can check a bomb and it or just ignore it until you have logical access to this area for a while. Because right now, the only thing we know that is SFM as an adult is locked into OT.
Which how high mid I was gonna say it definitely is, but no, that's more random warp song.
Yeah. Actually, I just realized, despite the fact that Jabu is a stone today, it probably is worth picking up Boomerang as soon as possible, just for the child skulls that are required.
Yeah, there's a lot of skulls that require. Graveyard warp for Minuet, which is probably a Nocturne warp.
It's gotta be our Nocturne warp.
I think, yeah. Klimchuk, yeah, because you can't have 2 warps to the same region.
Yeah, there's
The Goron's dead.
Yeah, there's for those wondering, there is a limitation in these settings that you can only have 1 warp song to a region, and since we have to have a warp song to Nocturne pad, since we're not playing Beatable. And we don't have random spawns on. Ooh,
Oh, hey, speaking of battles, there's our first.
Still can't really do much more in Forest Temple. So we'll see how far Carp wants to go, because it's still pretty much just Stoffel's chest.
Okay, Bomb Juicer Bear, which, no, Bear didn't get... Yeah, Bear hasn't been to River. That's what it was. She'll hop over there. She'll probably do that with the scale, I think. But that's nice to have, even though we know Bomb Bag is available. Big chest on the wall for Carp. gets hit in the face by the beam. Don't see that very often. Okay.
Yeah, now I know that Bear peaked that, so it'll be interesting to see if maybe she takes a quick trip over to Dodongo's. Then she is, you can go get that. And having K-Sword now would be nice, just to unlock the deck entry entrance.
Yeah. Field of Goma, we do have a field, yeah, because Kokiri Sword unlocks the Deku entrance. Field of Goma path, on the other hand, is going to be a different story, because we don't know where Deku is.
Yeah.
It could be vanilla with Field of Goma having a slingshot, or it could be somewhere else, and who knows when the Field of Goma's for getting in wherever it is. Carp unfortunately missed the timing on Link the Goron, so he has to wait for him to come back around. There we go this time.
I think Bear will probably save some of these 3 cheats, unless something shows up now.
Probably. Although she does have the River to Kingdom Dongohan, so
Yeah, maybe you don't feel too bad about shoes then.
What I like, what I'm seeing right now, is that both players are doing completely different things. Like, you know, Bear being child and getting some stuff that Carp hasn't gotten yet. Just simply because they went child.
Yeah. I think it basically all boils down to finding out that, okay.
What was that hint? I didn't catch it.
Spirit Temple is at Shadow Temple entrance.
yep.
Oh.
So we're gonna have a pretty deep dins, or it feels like. The Shadow Spirit's bullish.
Now remember, Toffile's Saria song is on OT, and you're not guaranteed a minuet warp in Random Warp songs. It might be logical, lady, to get your minuet,
Oh,
which
yeah,
is our
that's
Nocturne warp.
true. That's true. Yeah. I forgot that.
It could
Yep.
literally just be that. Like, Spirit is last because it's logical lady to get in the door.
What was our child song at? I just missed it.
So did I, unfortunately.
It was
Suns? Oh, that's really nice.
Sun Song, yeah. Okay.
That's a check.
That's what you really want
graveyard.
to see in Overworld Skulls.
Oh, that also helps get skulls better too, yeah.
Oh, 30 skill token. So we don't need a tokens, we do want that hammer. Potentially, well, maybe. There's a stem.
Okay, yeah. Bear's gonna take a quick look, see where the bomb bag is, and go grab it.
I don't think Karp got anything out of the Goron City maze, and I assume the left chest was dead because he's not going back for it, so it's mildly concerning for our Goron City path.
Yeah, it was three small chests up there. Plus, we didn't get anything on Link to Goron, and I don't think did he check the skull? I think he did. Like that one.
I'm pretty sure he did, and it wasn't anything important.
So it's child.
And it could also be a possibility that Goron City is just dead, but we don't have that hint, so...
No, we know Goron City's path to Broad.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why we're talking about it. It's a 1 in 4 that it's on Darunia, which would stink.
Yeah,
because there's a child-only Goron City skull in the crate in the maze. Plus the Hot Rod are in Darunia.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, well,
there's our shot.
Okay, that's a good find for Bear.
Yeah, that also... It also kind of confirms that it's going to be scale for the irons. Which means scale is going to be a logical... I mean, that scale locks all our bomb bags, which we do.
Well, no, the Lower River bomb bag's available at the Bean, I think. You'll still path to Goma for who knows what right now, because we don't know where Deku is. Finding the item there could be informative on where Deku is, depending on what it is.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if I'm Karp, I just go take a quick... I've got irons, I've got a hammer. Just go grab everything. The only problem... I mean, the only problem is the cow grotto skull, but...
I don't know if you can chuck a bomb at the skull in the grotto attack either.
It might be
you can do all the others, but the 2 skulls in field might... I know you can't get the one by Valley. The one by Cack might be too high, yeah.
It would be possible with a bomb tube, but he doesn't have chews, so...
No, he doesn't have choose or that hook shot or the bow
Yeah.
for it.
Well, at the very least, you'll eliminate it and you'll know it's just sitting on one of the skulls. So,
Also, the one cow grotto is also magic locked with
You
the
can peek it
skull.
with bow, but you need magic dints and hook to. Magic dints neither. Hook shot plus hammer is a dull or just boomerang his child. It's a little goofy. Because that
Yeah.
grotto's hammer locked in his dull and bomb locked his child, which is a little goofy. Oh hey, big chest. So we still
So-
path to Rova, and
Oh, there's magic.
that's an interesting path. Huh.
oh boy.
That's
Uh,
not the thing I would have expected since we already know what's in the shadow entrance.
Yeah, Deku's spirit med, so it's not logging a song. If it's magic path, then that could imply Deku's at Colossus.
That's
we
possible, and
have-
you have
and
to
we have to
cross the
go,
wasteland.
Yeah.
Water's path to go. Okay, game. That's our final path, and there's our other strength. That could also be the path to Goma.
Mm.
Harrow Castle Ferry is a token.
So not super important.
Nope.
well, yeah, especially considering there's actually a Overworld skull in the Hyrule Castle 3 grotto. That's gonna have to get checked at some point or another. We don't have storms, and we don't have ZL yet, but we haven't checked light range.
Yeah.
Albeit, like the way where the bomb bag was, we could still just have like prelude for ZL.
Well, looks like Karp is going child here. Honestly, a pretty good call, I would say, you know?
My only surprise is he's not playing Requiem to go do DC right now. That's a Forest Medallion, and
Well, we don't know where DC is.
oh, never mind. Duh. Right. Whoops. A Dungeon ER.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Yeah. No, you're fine.
So we don't know. I mean, it's going to be hard. It's a hard read exactly where DC is right now because it could be it could be Fire Temple entrance. It could be Forest Temple entrance. It would be really annoying if it's Forest Temple entrance, just logically.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, realistically, it could be anywhere that we don't have knowledge
Yeah,
of at the moment.
It
It'll
has to
probably
be a
end up-
little accessible. It can't be Jabu or well because of the Scarecrow skull. I don't think that trick's on an S7. But it can be just about anywhere else.
Yeah.
Or
Ooh,
choosing
more bomb
domain.
juice.
Yeah, so let's see how where Bear is. Bear is heading for Lake, it looks like. So I wonder if this is going to be skipping Child Corn City for the time being, which should have got on the path for Rova. Oh, checking. You know what? Oh no, is that's just a token?
Really, game? Okay, I was gonna say, is that, I was also wondering if that might have been vanilla.
Oh yeah. Just minigame.
I mean, it could have something.
If magic is our path, this would make sense.
Okay,
'cause
nobody
current-
won. Just minigame.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Big Chest ends Hover Boots. Okay,
And-
so this might be a go to Spirit Temple, because now we have a way of crossing the wasteland.
Wasteland. Yeah, that's what this smells like. Because we've got Eponas, there's lots of magic, obviously.
I wonder if Carp is gonna do rest of their tile checks, or if they're gonna rush to whatever is in spirit. Looks like they're gonna do the rest of their child checks.
I mean, it's still you still want to find some other stuff before you just go rush off to that.
I mean, that is fair.
I mean, if you're gonna walk to GTT entrance, you probably want to at least see if you can find the Hawk shots that you try to beat Shadow Temple. I mean, and find CL, of course, but
Yeah, because we
Yeah.
know Shadow's in the GTG entrance.
yeah. Well, Bear's gonna go grab some skulls over here in Lake.
Carp is going bowling.
I mean, it's nice that they got 200 rupees from the Skulltula. Don't you bowling dead? I like what Sadie said in chat. Like, if we find fire, you know what that means, folks. I mean, it is a Skulltula check, too, so... Oh, it became just daytime as he threw that bomb. That's a little unfortunate. I mean,
But yes,
Yeah.
thankfully a sun song.
Yep, I get there.
I think she got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just a...
Carp
Alright.
can get soil skulls as long as he remembers to go get the bugs at some point here in Procure, which I think he will.
Yeah. Wait a second. No, that's $80. I gotta go check scrubs.
Yeah. I mean, it's also just free money just sitting there.
Yeah. So we'll get an answer on what our entrance into Dongos is, in Deku is. Be funny to see if it's DC.
It would be funny. Little bomb refill, okay.
I am moderately confused why Carp didn't check the Deku entrance, as we see that Jabu is in the well today.
If I had to guess, he was gonna save quit out of there back to Link's house and was just gonna do some stuff up and do night cack skulls. Which is good because it's be strength too.
So he goes straight
Silver
to the other affairs.
gauntlets!
Yep.
Use your emotes if you got them.
Oh, slow skulls too.
Yep.
Goodbye, expensive bottle of blue fire. There are some skull. You can pick up some bugs outside of the Lost Woods, the shortcut to Goron City in the Lost Woods, and bushes. But I guess Carp wants to grab these ones.
And there's that magic that we know leads to hover boots.
Yep. Carp also doesn't have Sunsong yet, which, oh hey, wallet.
Oh no.
That might be Path to Morpha.
That could be Path to Morpha for a tunic logic.
Yep. The scale is locking bomb so far. Hammer was also bomb locked, and so was the hover boots. But
yeah,
there's no reason the wallet couldn't also be logically required for Water Temple.
Yeah, now kind of see how Carp wants to. Bear is going to handle getting out of Lon range. There's a couple of night skulls here that get really, really nasty, and then this is going to be really even more annoying considering that the boomerang is technically Sphere 1 today, and hinted.
Yeah, at least Bear has choose to peek the skulls here.
That's true. You'll want to probably do your save quote one after you talk to Melon. Or lay your save down after you talk to Melon. Yeah, so
We're
Bear
gonna find out what opponents is.
yeah, this isn't ZL, and this is going to be kind of interesting, but it's very likely ZL.
ZL's what Hero Colossus. There's not a lot of accessible songs right now.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
And there it is, yeah.
Yeah. It's like if it wasn't here, then yeah, it would have been on Colossus.
Unless something really goofy happened, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it feels like Colossus is probably going to end up being the Desert Warp song.
That'd be funny.
Or it could be like Rita's letters out of Colossus to go get Bolero, which we don't know where Ice is, I guess.
Nope.
That's still up in the air.
Oh, okay, Water Temple's here. That's good to know.
Yeah. Pat Bongo.
Yep. Karp can do a few things in there with hooks. Oh no, it doesn't really hit. Well, it needs ZL and a hookshot really first, but
He's got
between
irons.
our runners, there's a.
Yeah.
It's got irons, so it kind of needs a hookshot to do much of anything meaningful in there, and ZL too.
Yeah, that really only gets you map chest, and you can't do compass chest. You
Nope.
can do map chest. We don't have anything to light the torches. I think burning the cracked wall technically requires access to central pillar. So at least lighting a torch or enough keys.
Yeah.
And we're
Okay,
not gonna
double
get
defense in the
enough keys.
Nice.
branch shed
Yeah.
skull in the back. Yeah, it's not worth. Yeah, Karp's hopefully gonna find his hookshot in Child River come soonish, but let's see.
Yeah, I wouldn't really worry about too much in water until like having a bow. Personally.
Yeah. Okay. Ranch Skull's just the annoying Ranch Skull. It's just a loopy.
I think both were dead because there's also the one in the back that's boomerang locked.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's a big orange. Still don't know what's on Frogs 2 or Burning Cat, but we actually do have just about all our hits, other than that. I think we're missing one
We're
sometimes.
missing two Foolishes.
Oh, I guess our Foolishes, yeah, but Foolishes are a mistake.
Burning Cack is probably a warp song of no special relevance, given that it's behind Shadow and Spirit.
Hmm.
And the
Built
hookshot's
down.
in the River Tree Skull question from chat.
Yeah. And yeah, Job is at the well, so we need storms. We at least need storms to collect OOT today.
Yep.
Oh, we do have Bolero spot open to us now.
Oh yeah, we do, because hovers and hookshot.
Yeah.
That could have
so-
also been ZL. I'd forgotten that was available. Oops.
Yeah, there's the bomb shoes for Carp. Let's take
He's
a
gonna
look.
be happy to get Sun's here in a minute.
Yeah. How many more Boomerang Lock Skulls do we really have now?
Valley.
Graveyard and Valley.
Yeah.
Still think you should
Harp
probably
is going to take a look in Goron City. Can do Hot Rodder in the Skull, cannot do the Pot, and definitely can't do Darunia.
I learned the hard way with Hot Rod or Goron that don't talk to him if you have a mask on, or else he'll just just roll away.
Yep. No, he thinks if you do that, he thinks you're weird and he won't talk to you.
Yep.
I learned that the hard way, like
Yep.
3 times in a row, because I was wearing Bunny Hood.
Yeah.
Want to go fast?
Well, we get to see what the Skulltula is here.
Yeah, Bear.
Or else it's going to be a 50-50 if it's on Darunia or Spinning Pot.
Yeah.
And that's not it. Uh-oh.
Oh boy, here we go.
Alright.
That's not what we want. Oh,
I
Bear's
think-
having a very bad case of that name today.
A very bad time.
Oh no. I should have had Tobias like just get like a little thing of Fozzie Bear before the stream started, just to like throw an overlay on the overlay.
Oh my god.
Anytime he says a bear
I,
pun.
I feel so bad for Bear right now.
Oh no.
Thank you. Thank you.
It is a real feels bad, jokes aside. That's a big time sink, and Bear's out of money too right now.
Yeah.
Well,
The
luckily
first
we
couple
know
times,
one. We know that one skull has 200 rupees on it, so.
Yeah, she'll probably grab that in a second. That'll be nice for her at least.
And we can also get to see the Hyro Castle. Oh no.
Alright.
The Hyro Castle.
Oh hey, second Bob
great-
Egg, and thanks for the Goron Tunic game. Frogs 2.
Oh. Is that the one where you have to use all the children's songs in the Ocarina
Yep.
game? Yeah.
Yeah. So, Lost with Soil Skulls, all our bottles are bomb locked. Wonderful.
Yeah, because our only model was the DMT by Cax Skull.
Yeah. Well,
Looks like Bear's gonna be getting that hover boots here in a second.
Yeah, it could be Hookshot Path to DC, but we don't know
Alright,
that.
get the predictions. Oh.
I mean, it could be Hookshot Path to DC, but because we don't know where DC is.
There's also just a pair of Iron Boots sitting in River, so that one's less likely to be it. Unless DC's in the Water Temple entrance, which is also possible. That is an entrance we can check at some point here. It's not fast, it's a bit out of the way, but we could.
Yeah. I mean, knowledge is power.
Karp's gonna take Sunsong. Let's see if he's gonna go for the river here to grab the Night Skulls there. Looks like it. Yeah, okay, good for him.
I did not know you could go up there. To be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
There are a couple rupees up there, and those can be shuffled if you play with certain settings on Real Rob's branch.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's the Wonder Item setting, I think. I think that's a freestanding rupees. I might be wrong. One of those.
Alright, Bears go for the Eden Masses. You don't
I
want
mean-
Boomerang because Jabu's a stone, but you want Boomerang because you're playing on overall skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's Hook for not Bear, Karp, Ray.
Yep. We
Phoenix says
knew what you meant.
it's 10 rupees at night and 5 during the day on the above bowling. Ah, thank you.
And there's also the one crate in Market at night that spawns a single red rupee, and only once and never more. Because reasons.
Yep. There we go. Just for a token, but you know, good on Bear for not giving up.
Yeah. Carp's gonna go into Domain, which I don't think had much of it.
Just a pack of shoes.
Yeah. Also with Bomb Shoes and Boomerang, well, with Bomb Shoes, Bear's going to be able to get the skull on top of the ladder now. I think, does this one logically require a slingshot because you can't hit it with the boomerang? You can collect it with the boomerang, but you can't target the skull with the boomerang, I don't think.
Carp use fly.
I
It's
think
super
slingshot.
effective.
Yeah, I'm not sure if bomb bag's logic, because you can get bomb to buy bomb shoes. In any case, this one's a heart piece. There is a stretch to kill that with a stick, but it's a little finicky and is not default logic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It requires ISG, doesn't it? The stick
It doesn't. It's just a fairly precisely timed jump slash.
Okay. I was thinking of a different way.
Like, you
no,
have
it's definitely
to
not torment.
climb up to a certain position, let go, and jump slash. Basically, I can't do it myself. I just know that it exists as a strat. More bomb shoes.
Oh
Okay,
wow.
that's about it.
I'm surprised.
ISG helps, so that one's obviously been in races. But I do distinctly remember in RSL's
Yeah.
race, multiple seasons ago at this point, where your first Ocarina was on that with Ghost Door of Time. Have fun!
Also,
Our
I'm
last
kinda
location got
surprised-
both runners at like an hour in.
I'm surprised that Bear didn't grab the sun Sunsock chest, you know, with the Redead.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point, yeah.
It was too late, actually. She played.
Too late for
She
Dom
played.
here.
Yeah, she reset the time using Sunsong in the middle of Cagnon. Wait, outside of the trail. I had to do a delta for a second because I'm like, what? Isn't it one chicken? Because everybody's choosing one chicken. No, didn't choose one chicken. We have to do all 7.
I mean, at least we're seeing somebody doing chickens.
Yeah.
I didn't know you couldn't get into that grave at any point in night. Oh, you can. You can get in the grave at any point at night. Yeah, it was nighttime when
Yeah, that's what I was
it was
thinking.
there. It's whatever. I mean, they'll probably grab it eventually.
Yeah. What was our minuet? Okay, so Bear hasn't gotten the Nocturne Warp song yet.
No, I don't
Yeah,
think
Minuet
Bear-
was in its vanilla location and it's our Nocturne Warp, which is interesting for the fact it's probably logical AD.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah, unless
still
Bolero or
gross.
unless
Unless
one
one
of the the other warp
one of
songs
those
takes us to
songs.
7 adult access.
Yeah,
is
but we
also
also just
fair.
don't have a Bolero Warp or a Colossus Warp, although we're not guaranteed a Colossus Warp necessarily, since it's Dungeon ER. And Spirit is in the Shadow Entrance, so Child can eventually get to Spirit Temple.
Oh, that's right. Bear doesn't even have the boomerang. Yeah, she just did Keaton Mask. So she'll probably head over to grab the Skull Mask next.
Loopy off Anchu, womp womp.
Yeah, that's right. And then she'll probably go to check Goron City and then we'll have confirmation if it's Daruni or Pod.
And if it's Darunia, that's gonna be good knowledge for Bear.
Well,
Or
she'll
Pesset.
haven't done like Decorum, but we'll know.
They'll know fairly soon as adult, yeah.
In terms of like,
Sadly, mini-vet, warping to mini-vet and then walking through CAC is our fastest way to adult and child. That's our. We don't have a marker warp of any kind right now. We
Yeah.
might never get one.
and
Yeah,
then
that
don't
is
have a
also fair.
yeah, we don't have a lake warp
Yep.
to use the L either.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will probably be bear checking. Bear doing bear getting boomerang, and then probably going through Goron City. I'm reminded of the one call where there was like a hammer or something up on the back of Lab Skull, and so it was boomerang locked, and that just like threw an entire wrench in the logic.
Oof. 10 and 20 are not guaranteed dead. Karp doesn't feel like picking up tokens because 30 through 50 are all dead, and he knows it. He's just picking up the convenient ones like that he's not going to go out of his way for things.
Yeah. Like, if it's right there, it's right there. You know? And 10 and 20 are not hinted in any way, correct?
20 can be a sometimes, though we've only got one of those left. 10 is just never hinted. And actually, I don't think we can get a 20 sometimes this seed, because with the way that the 7 hints are set up, if entrance rando is on, you are guaranteed 4 entrance hints, and then the rest, as long as you're always in path and foolish, and then whatever's left becomes sometimes hints. And I don't think we have our 4th entrance hint yet.
Yeah, actually, no, I know what our last one. We actually have all our sometimes hints. We're missing an always hint. Or flex
Maybe
always
that
hint
might.
for Crater Scrub. For Crater, isn't Crater Skull a always hint in the settings?
Oh, it might be. Good point. I forget. Yeah.
For those who don't know, there is a Skulltula at the top, at the entrance of Death Mountain Crater. It's only there as a child in a box,
And it really quite sucks.
Yeah.
I remember an RSL race where that was either your first Ocarina or your Song of Time or something, and last location there because it's just such a pain to get there.
Alright, we're gonna...
I remember an RSL race where, like, your Ocarina was the back, skull, and ranch. And then Malin taught Song of Time. It was close to our time. So I just kind of got into a giant pain in the pot. Now that's the L for Karp. Interested to see where he goes from here. He did Lake already, but there is still that one check in Soil Skull Valley. So the people who like Valley Lake have 2 more skulls, but you're also going to miss the skull that's sitting up on the bridge in Valley.
Karp could throw a bomb at it, but yeah. Or she actually
Oh,
can shoot
there's...
one.
There's our mirror shield.
Yep.
Okay, that's path.
Yeah, at least it wasn't on Darunia.
We can beat...
It doesn't mean there can't be something on Darunia, but it doesn't have to be anything at this.
Yeah.
I still think it's logical AD for our Nocturne Warp and possibly the Forest Temple entrance, but
yeah,
it's not it doesn't have to be Darunia at this point. We know it's not for the Goron Tunic on Frogs too, that much is for sure. For a number of reasons, including both the fact that we have a wallet that was on the Graveyard Soil Skull, and because Fire Temple's a step. That said, most of our paths are now resolved, which is not really great here since we're missing a lot of stuff still.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, like, the kind of the mystery path is the Goma path, but that's just going to be really, like, where's Queen Goma? Is she in... She can't be in the crater. Is she at Spirit Temple entrance? Or
No,
somewhere else?
Deku can be an adult only, and you can folklore Deku as adult.
Yeah.
So Deku could be in the fire entrance Toffile.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying it can't be there because we have a hook shot. That's not blocked by first.
No, we don't know where our slingshots are.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like our field to Goma could just be for slingshots.
Which that would be gross.
Is this Karp going for a skull mask? Or is he going
Possibly.
back adult? Oh, he never did adult, never did child cheating.
Watch 2 slingshots in Wasteland and cleared on Goma. That would be funny. Because there are 2 checks in Wasteland in these settings, because there is a skull over there.
Yeah, there is indeed
Well-
a skull there.
Well, no, then it couldn't be. Well, it could be hovers, but it couldn't be magic. Or at least magic for crossing it. Have to be magic because it locks lines for hovers. Hey Bear, hope you're ready for one more trip back to Gary Forest.
I mean, at least that one's just a save complete.
Just like, oh, let me go adult.
Yeah, this has been a pretty long child one there.
Yeah, I mean, it's really set up to be a really long child one. Can't say it's really been inefficient either.
I've had seats like that before where I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go adult. I'm just gonna check this one last thing. It's another thing I could do as child. I'm like, alright, guess I'm not going
Alright.
adult.
Yeah,
Yeah, game does that to you sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, like-
it's especially fun in archipelagos.
yeah. Like really, the only thing that Bear, they're essentially kind of tied up in check. So Bear's got the boomerang now, but Karp's done some of the bottle skulls or patch skulls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bear has the mirror shield, but that's hinted, so Karp's not going to have a real issue with it.
Ooh, that's our
What did we
first
hit?
foolish Lake Foolish.
Second hint, we got the first already. Lake Foolish, okay. That would have been nice earlier.
Yeah. Well, we don't have Scarecrow, free Scarecrow today, so at least that got done. And if you're
That is
chasing
also
a,
fair.
if you're
Free beans.
chasing a,
Free beans kind of nerfs the Scarecrow thing. But...
True, but at least like if you had a possible scale, then checking lake makes sense.
Yeah. Alright, it says anything. Nope.
Bear now knows it's water here. I expect one of our runners will check Water Temple at some point coming up, since it's path and they've got a couple of items for it. I wouldn't call it the most fun Water Temple trip of all time, but you might want to consider it at some point, since we know we can get into Shadow Temple at this point. Actually, what? I'm now wondering what is the path in Water Temple, honestly, because we've got hookshot, hovers, bombs,
It's gotta be
CL.
dense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We've got magic.
Yeah, we've got 2 strings. It's got to be Dins, and it's got to be Dins. That's actually going to be really annoying. I'd say.
There's one other thing as we get knocked from the
Bow.
Composer Grave.
There's a
There's
bow.
one other thing, Toffile. We can't
Are you-
actually physically get to Bongo. Remember the statue?
Yeah, it could be a bow or Dins, which is going to be annoying because you need either one of them to unlock like half of the checks in the dungeon.
Or Longshot. That's our
Yeah.
market warp, I guess. Okay,
Well,
that's
I
not the
guess
worst thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't help.
I mean, it'll make going adult/child easier, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just not gonna get you anything exceptionally new. But yeah, we could have both Longshot or Dins to lock that one room in Shadow, or just to physically get to Bongo is going to be the other concern.
Yeah.
Mm.
So, Karp is heading for forest again.
That's a water play, I think. You know Shadow's almost clearable. I think they both know the bomb juice strat to lower the stature at the back. It's not hard required to over a long shot, but it is logical required. And if it's Dins, you really don't want to leave those two checks behind. They're quite bad to get back to.
Where is Bear gonna go? Bear's walking out.
That's a good question.
I don't know if that trick is allowed in these settings, but there's a way to get those two checks without Dins just.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's
You
bad.
have to. It's a clip. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I think clips are generally not allowed, correct?
The only clip that's allowed is the Shadow Temple Crusher one, and that's because it bypasses a much stupider clipless jump. All other clips are banned, basically.
That's what I figured.
I honestly want to take a look and see what's Water Temple Entry and see if that's Dodongo's Cavern, to be quite honest.
That would explain that would explain a few things, yeah.
Especially with like Foolish.
It looks like it has a new song. I want DC is the Forest Man whenever we can find it.
Yeah. And Bear never. Okay, so Bear never. Bear is gonna have to do the Crater Loop at some point because she's missing Hammer.
She also doesn't have her menu out for the Nocturne Warp yet.
Yeah. But...
We've got a couple dungeon entrances open though. We've got the fire one, the forest one, and we've got water. Colossus is open.
Oh, there's a big
They can
chest.
sequence break to the ice cavern entrance. Brain. Wrong game. And there's a
our
bow.
bow.
Okay. Speaking of that, that might be it for lowering the statue at the back of Shadow Temple.
Hey, we can be Forest Temple now.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
It could also be that Dins is in Forest Temple somewhere as well.
That is also true.
First Bone Water, the seed already stinks. I mean, it's hinted at least by us. There are definitely worse places it could be. There's Rudos. That's 2 new dungeon entrances for us. Wahoo!
Yay!
One of which we did was the well, which is actually which I was in the well entrance, but
Yeah, so it's either it's got to be the well or deck in there.
Yep, because it is all locations reachable. So the dungeon in the job entrance has to be full clearable as child, and the reverse goes for the ice cavern, and forest temple and water temple entrances.
Yeah.
Because those have to be full clearable as adult.
Let's see where Bear is going to go. I'm assuming we've turned in night, so we're going to get to Skulltula with this house.
Deku being in Jabu would explain the Field of Goma path as well. We still don't know where that is. Deku could also be in ice, yeah.
Looks like Bear's hitting a trail.
I'm gonna start noting down water keys. We've got 2 so far on map and cracked wall.
Yeah. So if we do have a for those wondering, if we do have a wallet path for Graveyard for Azor Tunic, that would mean that the central pillar has to be key out of the bigger key, and our boss key would have to be on one of the 6 Helak chucks.
There's key 3.
So that's 3 of the 5 that we should kind of be expecting in the middle of the dungeon.
That one, by the way, is bow locked behind that bow we got in here as a side note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are a handful of bow lock checks in here. Central Pillar and obviously the bow target are both also. Well, Central Pillar is either 5 key, bow or Din's and magic locked because you need a way in there. No one ever opens a door with a key, so it's usually lighting the torch, which and how you do that is dependent on the seed.
Yeah. So Bear just got her blue fire bottle also from.
Yep. Thankfully for her, there wasn't anything super important on the soil skulls, just
Yeah.
the wallet and the second bomb bag, which are nice, but they don't lock anything.
No, I mean, it tells you a little bit about your logic on that, but you don't
That's about it,
care
yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Dragon Chest is another key. Okay, game.
So that's 4 keys, so we should be seeing Central Pillar's a key or
Bow target.
bow target. And you're going to do bow target and then probably raise the water.
Yeah. Or small key is only one item, yep. If bow is path in here, that implies it probably locks long shot, depending on. Obviously, it would have locked both other bows and probably lock long shot, although it could just be because Dins is in the back of Forest Temple.
I think that was a small item.
Yeah, I couldn't really make it out, but it didn't seem big, so I'm
Chat says
assuming.
it's a token, thank you.
Thanks, chat.
So either this is a small key or the boss key for Carp. It's our only remaining check that can have our. It's our only remaining key to check that's not 5 key locked right now. Alright, Crater Song is going to be new for us here for Bear, which is Storms. Okay, that's
Storms.
our Jabu access we didn't want.
Yeah.
And we're going to check the entrance, which will be good. Because we're missing a lot of knowledge on dungeon entrances right now an hour in.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everybody kind of went off and did all the overworld skulls first, which.
We also just
fair.
with random warp songs, it's just been harder to check our dungeon
Yeah.
entrances too.
I mean, also, I can't really say I blame them.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh, okay, GTG.
I mean,
For that matter, now that this is here, the could be to do this.
yeah. This is a really annoying GTG because you've got strength. You don't have a bow, but you have strength 2 and a hook shot. So you can do everything but the bow stuff, which is at the very front and the very back of the dungeon.
And that's a key on Central Pillar, which is checks.
Yeah.
So we've got boss key chest, Darkling, River. One of those 3 is a boss key. There's also a small key and 2 items left here in water.
Yeah. Did Carp opt not to do boss key chest? I guess he doesn't know the gainer.
He didn't do it now.
Okay, well.
I think he should know the hover strategist. I don't know.
Yeah. Logically, that just requires the long shot, but you can like do a running backflip using hover boots to get it for this one.
There's also a way to do it without hovers as well.
Yeah.
GTG key 2. Stalfos was one. Here's key. Yeah, had to be Stalfos. I was waiting.
Yeah, we don't have song time either.
Nope. Blue key on the ledge.
It'd be
Yeah,
kind
I
of
like this.
funny if this was like French vanilla or vanilla long shot.
Yeah.
It's possible. We have enough keys for it. Although we do need a second bullet, logically, wherever that's at.
Doesn't look like there's anything locked.
There's a key in here, but that's about it. Locked, yeah.
Yeah, there's not really anything on the right side. It doesn't even look like there's a song of time key, but not even gonna go peek the bow chest, just to sate your curiosity.
No.
not going to go D-rates at left side for strength 2 either. So.
It is kind of slow for what is
That's
probably
5
mostly
jacks.
keys.
That's 5 jacks.
It is. I guess it's just that there's a lot of keys there, though. We've found only 3. No, we found 2 and saw at least 1 more in the maze. There's still several
Yeah.
outstanding.
Yeah, I think.
No, no,
I think we
it's.
still
I
3 or
probably
4.
would have gone there myself, but I can kind of get why she didn't.
Yeah.
My favorite way of killing Dark Link is Big Goron's sword and just press B and just hope eventually dies. Like, I know there's decent strategies and stuff to defeat Dark Link, but that's my favorite way of killing him.
Oh, well, Karp's having a very bad time right now.
Yeah. I mean, at least he
What's
doesn't have a
this
lot of
page?
parts, so should be relatively quick. Oh, looks like he's got it now.
Hammer required for Bear.
Yep. Ooh, and it's just a
Key 6 on
key.
Dark Link.
Can't really see what's past the Song of Time block.
No.
No. Well,
So, boss key's a 50-50 on Vanilla or the River, and then the other of that plus Morpha are both items.
Yeah.
That's when that ends. So,
he didn't check it, so he can't go drop. He's gonna have to reload.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Tobias, the stream stopped on our end. Like this screen share.
Yep. Your comms just lost their video feed for a sec. Okay, we're back.
Yep.
I think the chat also lost your audio for a second as well due to Tobias just switched his calls too. No worries, misclicks happen.
Yeah, it's all good. We're fine now.
Stick upgrade.
Have you don't need a hammer for that skull in practice, though it is logically required. An attack and then jump slash to so attack kill it, then jump slash to kill it, and then pick it up. Sorry.
Well, time for the first round, Jeff.
Small chest. And yeah, spirits and shadow.
Alright, let's see what's in the boss key chest. Boss key.
It is
oh
the
my
boss
god.
key.
Now, he could Karp could get to Morpha here
You can't.
without hookshot. He has hovers.
That's
Oh,
banned.
wait, that's
Oh, that
Always
is
has
banned?
has been.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's been banned for forever. Helena.
know. Okay.
You have to
I'm
have
so-
option to get to Morpha.
Okay. Thank you.
But that hammer slide is very, very, very banned. It's always been banned, to be honest. So, that's not a new thing. It's never been allowed that I know of in the standard rule set or its predecessors. So.
Okay.
Karp's running out here. Gonna take a look. We'll see if he goes for if this is gonna be fire temple entrance or forest entrance.
Could be both, honestly. I think he's checking both and then might make his way over to. I don't know. Or I was gonna say maybe take a look at Forest Temple, but that's a stone, so maybe not. Like,
feel like-
okay, the bow is currently our path to Bongo and water, but it could just be to get to Bongo physically, so that's not the most. That's not necessarily indicative of much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know there are 2 items left in water. One's on Morpha, the other Song of Time locked on the river chest, and we don't have Song of Time.
Looks like it'll be taking a look to forest temple.
This would be good
chances are we
information, if nothing
Beat
else.
this dungeon no matter what it is.
Yeah, we probably can, given what we have left. It's what, Deku DC fire and ice are what could be here, and all of those are actually beatable, so...
A heart container.
I mean, you got a 50-50, you got a, I should say a 40% chance of getting the song. Beating it.
Deku and ice... Oh, no, DC and ice, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
No, there's only
Also-
4 dungeons that be here. It's the well, because the well can't be here.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
No, there's
DC.
DC.
Nice.
Alright, no.
That's
That's really interesting, given we don't have a way here right now in Logic.
I mean,
Oh
we do.
yeah.
We do.
Well,
do.
do we?
Yeah, we do. We can beat Fire Forest job is guaranteed now.
Do we know where Fire Temple... Well,
We can get to any
I guess
entrance,
we are
any dungeon
guaranteed to be able
entrance
to
in the
get to
game.
fire wherever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get to any dungeon entrance in the game that would beat any of this.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right. Never mind. So, yeah, lovely. That seat's fun. Sorry, songs on OoT Alpha Mario X, which is hence the discussion on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that hookshot might also be path to King Dodongo and River because of this this location. Karp's skipping the lobby chest? Or he picked it, I assume.
I'm assuming you did.
Still a token, yeah, we've got our hints pretty much, mostly.
I think we're just
Oh,
sitting
Burning Cack is, I don't think we care very much at this point, honestly. It's either
between
Song
the,
of Time or a Warp Song we probably don't need. We're also missing our last Foolish, but at this point it's going to be a, oh, I did everything here anyway. Great.
Yeah.
And if it's the DMC child-only Great Skull is going to be just one of those things you're not getting anyway until it's our last occasion. It's in such a bad spot. Karp, it's
Yeah,
not
that's fair.
Dungeon Skulls.
said
I'll throw a Karp bomb to the Stair Skull. Oh.
And they got the bombs. Might as well.
you
Just a
can't
waste
collect
of time,
that.
really.
Only fair.
I mean, it's only a few seconds, but we have seen some really close races before. Shout out to the tie we got last year.
I mean, that is also fair. Yeah, I think I can agree with Shanak. They might be autopiloting.
Also possible. Both runners are thinking about skulls. That's 9 for Karp. I think Bear's at 11 according to our trackers.
Yeah, Bear's at 11 or 12.
He just picked up a skull, but didn't quite catch the text box. Oops.
Yeah. I know she was at like 10 when she was going up through trail, so.
An interaction I always found interesting in this room is that if you die on the switch will be pressed by the block. If you save and quit after dying, it's just a funny little...
Taking a look at our items right now, what are we missing for Goat Mode? We need, let's see. We need Dins to get into Spirit Temple. We need a long shot, and we need lights.
Need lights, yeah. Beat Ganon. I mean,
I think we have the rest we need since we can access all our dungeon entrances.
technically, logically, you know, Slingshot for Goma.
We
That
don't
all
care.
depends.
Shannock, we hard require Din spirits in the shadow entrance by way of hints. You need Dins to get in there. We might not need it for shadow, but you need that.
Yeah. And that is fair.
I'm gonna have to steal that hook shot, breaking of the pot.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
That's our forest med.
Yep.
I think Carp's gonna take the bow. So Carp doesn't know where GTG is, but he'll find it soon enough. So I kind of expect he might see about a full clear there.
Yeah. I would have to agree. No, it'd be interesting if Bear goes into water after this.
Yeah, I think.
I would make sense. She knows they both have the bongo to water to bongo path. That one was in field and they both cleared it. And can't do everything in it, but it's not a bad play to go take a look at this point.
Yeah.
Because then, you still get their bow.
Yeah, it's just like one of those things where like I think you just have to commit to doing it because you've come out this way.
Yeah.
And you don't have any Weather Bolero as a war point yet.
Yeah, you have no warps over here, so getting back sucks.
Yeah, and you at least have FW, so you can set FW in here in water to get back there eventually. It's just because like you don't want to go into Water Temple without like a way of lighting torches. Lighting torches in Water Temple is just like one of the worst things you have. Like the thing to light the torches in Water Temple is like one of the worst things to do.
On the other hand, it Bear's in a position where she knows it's likely Din's or Bow.
Yeah.
Just because there's not much left for where it could be path to Bongo. It's gonna be Din's or physically lowering that statue to get to Bongo. Or bypassing it in the case of Long Shot.
Yeah.
Assuming it is Bow, that implies it locks it either locks Din's either locks Din's for the back room or it locks Longshot because you need to get over because of the statue, one or the other.
Yeah. Which means, of course, we're gonna get long shot on pack archery because that's how those seats go.
Yeah, could be. I mean, Carp's gonna go into GTG here in a couple minutes, so we'll see if that's got anything but locked.
Oh boy, here we go.
Oh yeah, Carp's gonna do skulls here first.
I mean, that makes
sense. Have you seen
sense.
Fury Storms yet?
No,
And Rindown at least. Perfect to KD, yep. Thank you.
Bear played Minuend and then I think thought better of it.
Yeah. Mirror Shield's in the Goron pot. Wayfaring Fox. Carp knows Goron City's back tomorrow, but he'll get it whenever he goes back Child next. It's not urgent. Spirit's foolish, so he doesn't really get much right now.
Looks like Bear's gonna go make a play for Ice Cavern entrance.
Also, not the worst play for information, honestly. We don't know where like half our medallion dungeons are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, actually, no, we're missing one, but it's also just information. We're missing Deku. We know where DC Shadow Spirit and Water are, but
Yeah, and this is also. Oh god! Oh, you know what? You know what's in Logic Star?
huh.
You know what's in Logic, right?
There's a lot of things in Logic, and I'm having a not good, having a
Upper
bad brain
Fountain,
fart.
Upper Fountain Skull.
Oh yeah, that one with strength 2 bombs and a shot in logical fountain access. Ah, yes, that one.
Oh, the hidden cave and fountain. Yeah.
Yep. And that's a point from Chad, speaking of it, that Carp doesn't know where Ruda's letter is. That's on the field brought up by CAC. Skull.
Yeah.
He knows that Field's path to go, but he's got Magic, Ruda's letter, and Strength 2. Oh, Magic and Strength 2 out of there, so it's not exactly top of his priority list right now to figure that out.
Yeah, especially since, like, right now, that logically is an entrance over at Spirit Temple.
Yeah, and he's also going to get some Strength 2 luck checks in here. He also just doesn't know it's not for a slingshot, to be honest. For Carp and the Deku.
Yeah. Well, you know it's not K-Sword, which starts, throwing the wheels turning in your head.
Yeah, so you're thinking about either slingshots or entrance. It probably is Ruda's letter to get in the entrance of either Jabu or Ice. We don't know. Which is perhaps one of the reasons why Bear is playing here, is because Ruda's might be path to get in the door.
Oh, using that blue fire to talk to King Sora. I like that.
Oh yeah, Bear had never actually did Soil Skulls, which is fine for her. If this is KZ, something that could be really good for her, because well, Ice is accessible wherever it is. It just might be a pain to get there.
Yeah. I mean, all in all,
this is a check
actually
that Carp is not getting anytime fast.
all in all, this is pretty juicy because, like, there's going to be like 2 skulls in River in Fountain.
Okay.
River Bottle. Wonderful.
That's, yeah. That's all of our bottles, right?
No, we're missing one.
We're missing one.
Missing one.
Yeah, that's bottle luck, and so far both of our bottles are problem luck, so that holds.
Yeah, all bottles are bomb locked. King Sora DMT by CAC and Hardo Field CAC Prado.
Yeah. So, was there anything major in GTG?
So far, not really, but we have Lake Room Chest. We've got ourselves the Ice Statue Room, the Fire Ring Room, and then well, right side, I don't think was much. There's also just the toilet, which would be annoying if that's anything.
I still don't know a second time. But
The chest.
I got a big chest.
Yeah, that's why toilet would be annoying, is we don't have time to do it. And the iceberg.
Nothing under there.
Stats, figures. Thanks.
I think that pretty much kills our chances of having going on the path has to be access through Deck Tree, wherever it is. Ooh, Fortress is foolish.
Okay, Gabe. That's Strength 2 lock. Strength 2 was in field.
True.
It doesn't help.
It doesn't help, you're right.
Is that our last foolish hint?
Yeah,
that is our last foolish.
Okay.
I mean, that's actually nice.
Overworld skulls are random in this seed, yes.
Yeah. Fortress foolish for the Overworld skulls is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, the one in the HBA is kind of terrible. This one's also pretty bad for Bear.
It's being done.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This could be one of the absolute worst skulls in the game in Overworld Skull Sanity, because you need adult fountain access. You need strength to hit the rock, you need the bomb to blow up the thing, and you need a hookshot. It's great.
Yeah. And there's a bunch of invisible Skulltulas too, which you could see Bear try to kill. But those don't count for logic. Yeah, those don't count. Also, this is a nighttime only skull.
Because of course. It might be, I think it's a sometimes bias. Just not in this year. But that is one of the most forgettable skulls. It's also just one of the I think it's one of the
Yeah.
most high requirement skulls in the game, overworld or dungeon, but especially overworld, just because of everything you need to get there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, GTG was a bust besides that slingshot.
I'm trying to think of another skull that's like almost as ridiculous in a dungeon, but I don't really think like most of the dungeon skulls are not that bad.
Oh boy. Oh, you're leaving. You're leaving, Carp. You're leaving Bear.
This is Stonefire. I don't think I would be spending time here. Maybe just do like the first few checks, maybe just in case there's something useful, but I'd be getting out of here.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's Stonefire, you've got other entrances and other things to do. I don't think I would stick around very long.
Yeah. Looks like we're gonna get 10 skulls for Carp. And probably a check of Keck Archery.
That would make sense, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Keck
fair.
Archery especially because that bow might be the path is looking like our path in water right now, and it's not locked a thing.
Hammerlock Swampy.
And the hell no, the Skull and Spirit Temple before the Child Iron Knuckle is what it is also up there on the bad logic train.
Oh yeah, true.
That one's like the epitome of Spirit Temple key logic shenanigans.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot
It
about
gets
that skull, to be
really
honest.
bad. I think I saw it. I think I vaguely recall hearing about a scene in Co-op Season 1 where it was logical AD because of keys to get that skull from something or another.
That's fair. That's fair. Though I don't need to worry about dungeon skulls, so
Nope, not in this seed. There's gonna pick up their Nocturne, which is our which is basically our market warp for the day.
has anyone done Big Poe yet?
Nope, that's a good
No.
thought actually with that bow.
Carp's the only one who has the capability of doing it.
I might
Well,
be
I
doing
mean,
it now.
yeah, technically, you can kill a Poe with a Poe up, but
It's very stupid. Is this actually faster than just playing Nocturne though, by the way, to save quit rather than to get to the big foes? I feel like Nocturne would be faster here. Or he's just checking the song at Temple of Time. Yeah, that would actually make sense.
yeah.
I was gonna say we're going for big foes who play Nocturne because that's faster. Grenade, okay, that's an extra warp to somewhere. We are missing our Bolero warp.
I'm taking out the bottle. Accidentally reading the pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
I think Bear's probably gonna go take a look at job with entrance. Oh.
I mean,
That would make sense. Also, just getting the song.
Yeah.
I feel like
Baron is looking for Deku. She knows Fielda's Path to Goma and Ruto's letter was in it. It's a pretty reasonable play to go play to the letter locked entrances.
I mean, at worst, it's bottom of the well. And you kind of want bottom of the wells.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of quick checks.
What?
Kokiri warp. There's okay. There's worse places to warp, I guess. Logically
Saves us-
useless, but nice.
Saves us one screen transition. Exactly one
Yeah.
screen transition.
It's more
And also
useful
maybe
as a
running
double.
and getting stuck on pots.
It's more useful as a adult than it is as child. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's nice. That's actually lost. That's your warp to the eastern side of the map, which we've been missing. That does
Chip
kind of
Person-
mean that.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
I was just saying, looking at what Chip was saying in chat, if Carp doesn't get letter in the next 60 seconds, I don't think he ever does. Yeah, that skull's just further and further from his mind as the farther he goes.
Yeah.
We're still not figuring out why Barbu is path, apparently.
Because
I
it's
mean-
definitely not on HBA, because that was hinted.
Yeah.
Fortress is hinted dead, so. But
It could be for lowering the statue. It could just be for that, but that has implications on where Longshot's gone off to. And I'd assume if that's a path bow, the other two bows are presumed like
Oh
cannons or
no.
something.
Oh no, I
What?
just had a completely horrible thought. So we're
What?
missing 2 warp songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And both of those warp songs take us to a soil skull as a child.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And neither of them might require long jump.
Oh
Hmm.
So
well, they are
there's
guaranteed a Colossus warp Toffile.
that's true. We're not
Dungeoneers
guaranteed
on.
it, but yeah, we are guaranteed. Wait, no, we are guaranteed a Colossus warp because of the Bean Patch Skull and Colossus.
No, child can go through Spirit Temple.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
That's the point. Is Dungeoneers
Yeah,
on, child can
yeah.
go through Spirit.
All right, Frogs 2 for Bear.
Frogs 1, not Frogs 2. And yeah, Carp not getting letter. I hope for his sake that, well, the Jumbo entrance has to be either Deku or the Well. If it's Deku, Carp is in trouble. If it's the Well, Carp needs to hope it's junk.
Yeah, that is also true.
And Carp doesn't know Fortress is foolish. It's not a it's not the worst of places to clear. He does have a bonus song.
Yeah, just
But it will lose him a couple minutes.
yeah. Let's just hope that he knows about the Sun Song tech with HBA, just to save himself 30 or 40 seconds of running around.
Mm.
Well, we'll get to see what's in Jabu Jabu here in a little bit.
Yeah.
Or... Oh, they're making it night.
Yep.
Yeah, there's the one skull up and fountain.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have to get.
Okay, that was a little funny interaction there with opponent and the guards. Stay right where you are, just rides right past them.
Alright, well, sure. Let's see what's in Java today.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
That's bad for Carp.
So where's that leave? That means the well has to be over at Spirit Temple. I think.
What are remaining dungeon entrances?
Water and Spirit, I think.
Yeah, well, has to be in the Spirit entrance.
Yeah.
So it's ice caverns and water.
Yep. So, that's gonna be a real problem for Carp. Ruda's letter is hard to acquire this seed. And I don't know when he's getting there unless he can determined that magic and strength 2 are. Because the thing is, Carp knows he got a slingshot behind strength 2. He's probably assuming Field is Path to Coma for strength 2 for that slingshot.
Don't ever go for. Yeah, I know. I don't ever like assuming slingshots are path for Goma. Just
You
because there's 3 of
don't,
them.
but
Yeah.
also it's hard to say that it's not. Like, I don't know. It's one of those things where that one Skulltula is just also just rather forgettable at this point.
That does mean we're
Yeah.
gonna get a warp. We are gonna get a warp sling up. Well, no, again, Spirit Temple. What am I saying?
Because Deku doesn't walk spirit. It's just there.
Hmm.
I mean, you could. It's a 50-50 Song of Time prelude at Colossus and Burning Cat, latter which we never got the hint for. Prelude is either Prelude or Bolero, which is hinted to be an ice cavern, is our Bolero warp, and then
Yeah.
the other could be anything, I think. It is actually possible to get a warp into Fountain, which would be a lifesaver for Carp, but the odds of that are really, really low. And in fact, with the Rudo's letter likely path, it's probably not happening at all. So. And the End Song of Time is of questionable use, though it does lock one item in Path to Bongo Water, and we don't yet know for sure it's a bow. This Shadow Temple Chris could be really notable. I want to see what's in Shadow for Carp. Oh, immediate Bosky is a thing. Because that could give us information on where, on why exactly Water's Path to Bongo, depending on key layout.
You know, Jin's on Bongo would be kind of fun.
It would be, honestly.
Yeah.
It would also be mean, but you could definitely have it if there's no keys in that one room. Especially with the boss key being in the first chest there, there's the only way that Dins would be recorded for here is if there is a small key on those 2 checks in the back behind Dins.
Yeah, and that's Queen going down for a bear. Very nice quick kill.
Look at you miss it. Deku was very fast.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be any meter items though.
I don't think so, no. As here's a key for Carp. And nothing on that.
I also like what Carp did for a dead hand there with the spin slashes. To get that,
no,
timing.
Bronze Noob, you are not allowed to clip through the thingamajigs. You can't clip through the walls in the Shadow Temple Din's room in the back.
Yeah.
That is banned. I'd assume that Carp probably crosses the wasteland after this to go see what's in Spirit Entrance.
I mean, they have the stuff to do it, so I wouldn't see why not.
He will know at that point. I think he... Actually, oh no. Oh no, he will. Oh, okay, he'll find the well over at the Colossus if he does that, but he won't. But he still won't have. So you see, I think he'll still have a 50-50 at that point on Deku being in water or Jabu. Well, no, he knows Ice can't be in Jabu. I think he'll know at that point if he does that Deku's in Jabu, but it doesn't tell him where his letter is at.
Yeah.
Oh, that's our
magic.
Second magic.
On the Fountain Tree Skull, okay.
So that takes magic off path to Bongo. Magic off the path to Goma.
Yeah, Rudo's letter was not magic locked in whatsoever.
Yeah, so it's probably letter.
Gross.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're not going to get that unless you come up here with letter. So.
No. Well, we know it's confirmed letter because we and Bear know that it's letter in Jabu. Carp will know that Like, if Karp crosses the wasteland after this to check the Colossus entrance, I think he's seen enough dungeon entrances that he'll know at that point that he's missing Deku and Ice in the Jabu and Water entrances, and Ice can't be in Jabu, so that means that Deku has to be there. So Karp will know he's looking for letter, but Karp doesn't know his letter ranked 2 lock, or magic locked. Especially if Karp finds something interesting in here. So this isn't technically magic locked. Most of it. There's all kinds of stuff going on. The issue really with Karp is it's not obvious he needs to get Ruto's letter out of the field.
Yeah.
Like, he's not ruling out his other items from field anytime fast. We know he's not getting a second magic. He's not going to be able to. He can go check that one skull by Valley at some point, but I think if he does that, he's also checking his Cat Prado skulls. That's not going to save him until he goes to do both, I guess.
And there's
Yeah, both
20
runners
skulls.
know water temples in the Deku entrance. Yeah, there's 20. Bear's gonna go turn that in, for whatever that is. Big chest. That doesn't help anything. Thanks, game.
Yeah. Well, it's a bomb lock scale. So.
Yeah. Get rid of Patamorpha, we had a wallet and a scale in there, but Central Pillow is a key, so yeah. Central Pillow is a key, Darklink was a key, and Boss Key is vanilla, so that is a logically required Zora Tunic, and the Zora Tunic is something, so the wallet's logically required for it. Should put wallet of Patamorpha in Graveyard.
And we also know that the lab is dead because Lake is dead. So
Foolish, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, just made it.
Yeah, because the song in Graveyard was Nocturne, but that's in this seed. That's a field by market warp, which is logically useless. So it's which that doesn't tell us anything. Okay.
All right. So Bear is heading back to Castle. Looks like. So.
Seems like it.
Yeah.
I'm assuming to go adult.
Composer Grave Torches is a Zora Tunic that just tells us things about where Dids and Fire Arrows have gone at. Or it just tells us about that double walls and cannons or something. It's time.
Oh, they're gonna check. Looks like they're gonna check the Song of Storms grotto here.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, because they both have the hint that Hyrule Castle Fairy is foolish. Or not foolish, it's a token, so...
Yeah, basically foolish.
Yeah.
We still don't know if the bow is locking other bows.
Yeah.
What was that hint? I saw it was Burning Cat.
Burning Tech is Song of Time.
Okay, that tells us that Prelude's on, is it the Colossus? Well, the path to Bongo and Water Temple is not the river chest because the Shadow is locking Burning Cat. That's about what that tells us, which is, really not helpful. Harp's still missing one key in Shadow here to know. So we head to the towards the back. Yeah, it's either bow or the item on Morpha as our path to Bongo in water. Is that on this? Oh, needs to kill the skull first, except for needs to go bomb the correct wall for it.
Yeah, I always
Fair, I
get
don't remember
confused
what.
which
I don't do
wall it
this
is.
skill often enough to remember what wall it is. Oh,
Prescription.
that's useless. We know Bigoron's like a heart piece or something. Wired. There's a big chest for Karp. Which is her other wallet. Well, okay.
Now that kills the, well, no. That wall doesn't lock the other wallet, but it, yeah, we need to do it.
You need both.
Yeah, okay. So looks like, Bear's gonna knock out the last couple of skulls down in Valley.
Makes sense, just to be thorough. Okay, so there's a 2 in 3 chance we need Dins to get the last key in Shadow, because Karp doesn't have the key here on the boat.
Yeah.
But if it is the 1 in 3 that the key's on Floormaster, that could be informative as to if it's bow just strictly for Bongo access. That tells us where Longshot can be, and well, that tells me is it's probably Stone Forest at that point. There's not a ton that's bow locked.
Yeah. Which would be gross in Stone Forest. As a long shot.
Herb at least will know it, because he's done basically all the other bow lock checks. There's really much left. He's done
yeah,
adult
that's fair.
shooting, he's done HBA, which we also knew was foolish. He's done big foes. There's not much. He's done GTG. There's really not that much left that's bow locked. Maybe Stonefire might rather dig in Stone Forest. Yeah, for sure, Shannon. If you're looking at a path bow that locks lock that you know has to lock Longshot, you're looking at Stone Forest over Stonefire. And yeah, Karp's gonna set for Roars in here.
And makes sense.
Does water path to Bongo? Thank you. Yes, that doesn't help. Now we know like Lake's foolish, so it can't be Shoot the Sun. Not that Longshot could be on Shoot the Sun. But if the last key is Din's lock, which we'll find out in just a quick second, that things a bit. What is that? I cannot tell with this camera angle. Alright, we need Dins. Wahoo. So then it just implies that Din's is Longshot, that Din's is boot lock, so still you're looking at Stone Forest. I guess Karp just making absolutely 100% sure you didn't forget a chest or something. Yep, you need Dins to come. Yeah, go finish this place.
I mean, I don't blame Karp for double checking now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no locks Dins, I guess. And we're in for funsies on that end.
And we have no idea where Longshot again be.
Nope, because Bo doesn't have to lock it. That could be anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so...
Oh, okay, I thought our carpet on HBA early. He hasn't, but it doesn't matter because we know it's foolish. I'll laugh if there's a bow on here, but... Alright, I saw a scene a few years ago where 2 bows were on HBA. That was a laugh. The third one wasn't way over here or anything, but the other 2 bows were both on HBA, unhinted.
Isn't that like a vanilla check? Like
1500's a bow in vanilla, yeah, I
Yeah.
think 1000's a heart piece or something.
Alright, Alright, as long as Carp Bobs did like do the pots, the rest of them should be good.
Okay. Let's see, where's Bear going next?
Bear's just got in the water.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bear's gonna pick up her bow and find out. Oh, great. And as far as Carp knows, that heart container and heart piece tells me I'm going Stone Forest.
Yeah.
This here really isn't much of anything else but locked in the seed. It's just that, basically.
Yeah, it's just a question
It could
of...
be that Bo locks the other bows and long shot still. I mean, yes, Shannock, but again, still you need a long shot anyway, so go look for your bow lock checks. Which at this point just boils down to Stone Forest Temple, unfortunately.
And actually, I'm gonna say this is actually a seed where you really should start Compass Chest first in Water Temple. I know people like to debate it, but not having a bow before you do the map, the map chest stack.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Shannock. You have to take bow lock checks when you've got this path for runners that you know. Bow lock stins. Speaking of that, Carp getting the copy of Water to Bongo as Bear picks up the item that's back to Bongo. Lovely.
Yeah.
Well, it could technically still just be Dins on Morpho, but again, where's Longshot going off to? Who knows?
And
Force
it
is
could
also just a
be-
not terrible density play at the rate we're going.
It could technically be in Ice Cavern with Iron Boots being path for
The entrance, possibly,
the entrance.
yeah.
Yeah, because we have a gold skill, so it'd have to lock the long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Carp's gonna go do. Carp never got Lake Foolish, I don't think. Yeah.
No, that one was next to the Deku tree, which only Bear got.
Yeah, so they're gonna lose a little bit more time here.
Yeah. I was thinking that Carp was gonna go to across the wasteland, but it makes sense to go here because he doesn't know it's foolish and he hasn't checked the entrance here, which we know is Ice Cavern. He does have a free bottle, so he'll be able to get Blue Fire for Hazor, which we know wasn't actually required, but it's something one less thing to worry about.
yeah.
Yeah, if Dins is on Morpho, Longshot could be anywhere. Then at the same time, though, Forest is honestly also just one of our better density plays at the rate we're going. We've cleared a lot of the overworld. We're slowly running out of dungeon checks. It's that or the well in the Colossus exit and entrance at the rate we're going for main density plays. or Stonefire, which is in the Ice Cavern entrance that Carp is not able to get to in logic from his perspective. This Longshot Din's Casino going on might give Carp time to find the letter. Maybe Shannock? But it's it's really... I just don't know how motivated Carp is to go do, like, the 2 skull... Like, Carp's done everything in field except for the 2 skulls, and one of them is fire-locked, which... we don't have Dins, and we don't have fire arrows either. I don't think Carp is likely to go back for those 2 skulls anytime fast. I mean, yes, Field's path to Goma, but he thinks it's strength 2 for Slingshot, so it's a dubious path, but it is still technically a way to resolve it, so it's not top of his priority list to go solve it, to go chase back for that 1 skull by CAC.
Yeah.
He's got other things to do, that's not that.
No, I never once considered using hover boots to get across like that in that room. I'm learning all kinds of new little fun tricks I never considered.
Alright.
As a reminder, it's not Dungeon Skulls.
No. I might put that on the question on the docket for the interview, though.
That's not the first.
Yeah.
That's at least he's killed a couple. He's killed multiple Dungeon Skulls, stared at them, and then not picked them up. So it's not for 20 skulls. I think he's just generally autopiloting a bit, or maybe thinking that Dungeon Skulls are on too, which they aren't. But just a little thing that I've noticed.
Yeah, that was a skull token in the central bow target chest in Water Temple. And another skull over there in the map chest of Ice Cavern.
Also, happy 2 hours in like 2 minutes. Almost 2 hours.
Yeah, coming up on the 2-hour mark here, we still might have the potential of seeing 3 hours at this rate, honestly. Shadow and Spirit are both pretty long. We're looking at a serious possibility of Stone Forest being required. Yeah, we know it's not Dungeon Skulls. MisterKarp might be slowly forgetting it. I'm not quite sure.
But do remember, everybody, that it's easy for us over here watching them. That it's easy for us to be like, it's only outside skulls, not dungeon skulls. But when you're in the heat of the tournament, and also just it's hard to break out of your autopiloting sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. MisterKarp has killed a few skulls through the token, even ones he couldn't get and not pick them up, and that includes most notably the DC Stare Skull, which is not one you peek when you, which is not one you tend to just kill randomly when you don't have a long shot. Pick it up as adult.
Yeah. So, just a little friendly reminder.
It is a little thing, but with races, sometimes it's the little things that add up over the course of 3 hours.
I mean, that is also fair. That is also true.
I'm actually.
And speaking of that, happy 2 hours. Go ahead, Toffile.
I was gonna say I'm actually curious because I know Karp plays a lot of multi-world. How often they draft multi-world? Not multi-world. How often they draft skulls in multi-world?
Yeah, I don't really know. Good time shoutouts as well here. Shoutouts to our runners, Karp and Bear, to my co-coms, Helena and Toffile, to our trackers, Blue Roses for you, Brown Snoop and Shannock, and to our restreamer, Tobias. Which the command is restreamer.
Oh, restreamer. Okay, thank you.
Big Bow's going down for Bear.
Makes sense with that bow path. And there we go. I thought that Poe was gonna run away from her.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like that Poe runs away faster sometimes than other times. Like, I don't know.
We do know this is Bolero and Ice since we got that hinted. We have no clue where it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Karp checks it here.
I mean, we gotta have some
50-50 of it being vanilla, basically.
Yeah, because we need some way of Child being able to get to Spirit.
But that could be just going through Spirit Temple, Helena. We are guaranteed a Bolero Warp, though. We are not guaranteed a Colossus Warp. We are guaranteed a Bolero Warp.
Yeah, right.
Oh
my
god. I'm
god.
not surprised. 50-50 is correct. That's a vanilla Bolero Warp.
And that also gets us the Bean Patch Skulltula for that check, too.
Yeah. That's one skull.
Yeah. So
There's off to Shadow now, which makes sense.
Are you gonna do Shadow, or are you gonna take a look and see what's in water, or do Ice for Water Temple Song? Or
might do that first, true.
Because I feel like you kind of want to push out towards Spirit Temple entrance at this point, but nah, we're gonna go for
no Bear. I think Bear. Well,
the problem is Bear knows that Lake and
Bear knows that it's well at Colossus, and you need a Colossus orb to actually do. You because of us being unable to get into Spirit Temple. If they want to do the well anytime soon, they have to get a Spirit orb, which doesn't necessarily exist. The well might just be useless today. It's gonna peek this skull though, which is a token. Okay, that's dead. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
If the Bolero Soil Skull is Dins or Longshot, that's gonna hurt.
That is gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, Carp's crossing the wasteland now. He's going to get the bad news in a minute or two that, oh, great, I need Ruto's letter. Where's that?
Clear your walls.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
Carp needs to do, is he needs to go back to Path Field. He thinks
What?
it's Path for Strength 2 for a slingshot right now, but we know what he needs Ruto's letter from there.
Letter is hinted Pyro Field on the Skulltula next to Kakariko Village.
Yeah. Unfortunately for Carp, he's the Strength 2 was also in field, and he thinks, and there's a slingshot behind that in GTG. So
And there was also magic leading to hovers, which puts this entire crossing into logic. Because
that too. Basically it's not very helpful to Carp right now. Unfortunately, it's like he knows it's there, but it's not. It might be in the back of his mind somewhere. It's okay. That's a useless skull, but checking that, going back for that one skull in field is not on Carp's priority list. He's got other things to do.
Yeah.
and you're going to save a lot of time in Fortress, just knowing it's foolish.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carp might check the skull whack hack when turning in 20, but we just don't know, unfortunately, at this point. He's not out of it by any means. Dins and Longshot are both missing, and there's not much pointing us at either of those things right now. But it's too early to say.
Bear's going to go take a dip at the Shadow Temple and get past the boat, and then probably
Yeah,
give up.
exactly, Shattuck. We at most have direction on one of Dins or Longshot. It's Lauder's path to Bongo for what's currently looking like a bow. Basically the only thing this bow locks is Stone Forest Temple, more or less. We've checked basically all the other bow locked things that are available to our runners. There are 2 items left in water, one of which is on dark, one of which is River Chest, a Song of Times on Burning Cat behind Shadow, so that can't be it. It could be Din's armor behind Morpha, or it could be that the bow locks a long shot someplace. Nice ice arrows. Or it could be that bow locks long shot someplace and all other bows to lower the statue to Bongo, and Din's is just someplace random.
That was a token on the arch.
Yeah, so it could be a long shot on River Chest. Yes, that would be horrendous. But the Water Temple key layout does work for that. This skull sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
The Hill Skull could be pretty bad, too.
I think that the Hell Skull's worse. This one's at least just... The Oasis generally doesn't have... You don't spawn too many... A little too quick there, Carp.
Paperweight doesn't help with anything.
Yeah.
Prelude is going to get picked up here. We know it doesn't have to go anywhere specific. It just is going to be there as he gets the news. Oh, great, I need to go find my letter. Who knows where in the game?
And I think this also confirms in Song Times on Burning Cack, because...
Which we did get a hint for, too.
Yeah, I don't think he got that hint.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. I do believe you are correct on that assessment.
Neo's Castle 2 was that. And London Ranch, yep, okay. Our only child Colossus Axis is going through Foolish Spirit Temple behind Diggs, which is half our glow mode between our runners.
Okay, what do I do now?
He's having a think.
I've missed something, and I hope it's not boomerang locked. It turns out it could be boomerang locked, but it isn't actually boomerang locked. But
AD for Sorry Song is fully accessible. Player Forest and Jump are clearable between them.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, no, it is. It is. We do have a fully logical ADC today. We have no song taking us to SFM, and
Also that.
our SFM song is behind OOT, behind Forge Temple. So,
Yep.
we have been expected by this seed's knowledge to have beaten Forest Japu and
Yep.
Fire Temple. So anything could be in that, but nothing
So
useful.
gross.
Thankfully, our paths weren't that leady to AD, actually. They just kind of have their own thing going on, but this is a sensible play for Karp to Forest Temple. His bow is path. The only thing he's found literally nothing behind it. This is the best place to go looking at behind
Carp
it.
climbed the vines to get the key in the chest upstairs, which means, oh no, Carp, no!
What?
He's gonna kill the skull because he still thinks it's.
Dungeon Skulls? Yeah.
The last 10 dungeon
He opened
skulls
the
I've killed.
chest earlier. That's not one you autopilot to. That is one you consciously pick up when you break down the chest.
Well, he didn't have a hook shot at that point. It's like, the last 10 dungeon skulls I've gotten have all been skull tokens. What are the odds? I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay, he's just walked past the one here. Maybe he realized.
No, he didn't do Southwest yet, so he's just going to go in,
Oh wait, no.
use the hover boots into the courtyard, and then go into Stouffel's room again.
But that meant there's a skull in the main lobby chest.
Yeah, no, he's gonna...
Oh, he might get on the way back, yeah, I guess. Point.
Yeah, or if he's thinking that I want to check Bowlock stuff, this chest makes sense.
Yeah,
I mean, yes, Carr picked up the paperweight Abba skull, but that was an overworld skull. These are dungeon skulls that he's been doing.
Yeah. I definitely agree checking your bow locked checks here are probably the play to make.
So Song of Time has to be... There's a good potential Song of Time is Bowlock, depending on where Dins ends up. So our only entrance into the courtyard would technically be Bow. That's not guaranteed given item placements, but kind of with the way the logic's reading, that seems to be a fair assumption.
Yeah.
So I guess.
Well, actually, no.
Actually, no. We have hovers. We can do the.
There's a bigger problem. Song of Time's guaranteed bow locked because remember, DC was in the forest entrance, and DC's
yes,
the
that's
forest.
Correct, and yeah, we had to have a bow in order to get forest temple to get on.
Yep, to get the scenario song to get that.
Oh.
So what is
Logical AD, everyone.
So why is Fire Temple? Why is Sphere Temple foolish? Even though it's at Doctrine Warp was really easy to pick up. It's because Dins is behind literally every freaking item in the game.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
Except for probably Strength 3, which will stop to find at some point at this rate.
Strength 3 is probably in Cannon's locking lights and light trial at this rate.
True.
I mean, we know Strike. Well, we don't even know Strike 2 is path because we know it's Runa's letter is path and field. Karp doesn't know that. I kind of hope Strength 3 is in here somewhere to help him with it, but that slingshot is
not slingshot block.
Does that help Karp? Yeah, that's the question. I think that might.
That might, because he now knows, like, I can't get into... Like, he has all his warp songs, so he should know that I can't have... My path to Gama can't be for crossing the Wasteland. There was nothing there, and I can't get to Wasteland without Dins. And that's... He's kind of hit all the magic lock stuff that wasn't I
That's
mean, he
available
had
to
hovers. Yeah, he had hovers, but there was nothing in the back of Spirit Temple. Shadow Temple.
No, hovers haven't locked anything. Prelude's just a Prelude's useless at Browsing Wasteland. To get
Yeah,
that doesn't
so
do him any good.
so you
Bells
might
of the
get some.
Colossus entrance, but he's not doing that ever, honestly, at this rate right now. So hopefully this sends Kart back to field.
Yeah. Now the real scary thing is what the heck if Daruni or Skull could have something, because for all we know, at this point, we know that those two checks are completely in logic, and completely expected the game could completely expect us to have had them done by now.
Yep, because this was very obviously a logical ADC. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
Now
is
we'll
honestly a really good find for Kart for that slingshot. It hopefully at least gets him thinking. We can't guarantee anything, we can't read his mind, and we're not telepaths. But
Yep.
hopefully he starts thinking about it.
yeah. Bear is going to have to make a decision soon. Her far as when to still set in Fire Temple in Fountain. She has turned in the letter though, so like getting back there doesn't require KZ skip, and you now have a Kukiri Forest Warp.
I'd
Some of the
probably.
worst.
It's faster to get. I think it's a little faster to. I mean, it's also just Stonefire, so I think I'd reset for Roars here over leaving it in Stonefire.
Yeah, probably once you get past the boat. Because this is like getting to Fortress plus running halfway through, all the way through Shadow Temple plus the boat again. Just
Yeah, it's not fast.
there.
You also have to spend the time like dragging out the block for the shortcut, which isn't the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah, if you drag
Yeah.
the block out for the shortcut.
Yeah, that too. Because it's like a good 4 minutes to run all the way through Shadow Temple without the shortcut, I think. I know it cost somebody a sub 4 once, and because they had to run through for it.
What are the
Some
chances somebody
particularly stupid
spends more than
shenanigans.
spends more than 4 hours in this tournament? He
Yeah.
says, knowing that somebody finished 415 this morning.
Or 16, yeah.
460.
We've also had several seeds in the 350 somethings for win times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this was. No, this wasn't the gold scale. What was this? The other wallet.
Gold scale was in the crusher room.
Yeah, I know, and I could think like yesterday we had a hard 80 50 skull seed, and it finished just about 3 hours flat.
Makes sense.
I'm fairly sure. I don't think that this seed is sub 3 on this at this point. I think the sub 3 is dead with how much we've got left.
I mean, we just
We've got
kind of need
Shadow
to find
left,
Din.
Spirit
I mean,
left. We need
it's
to.
full of. It's
I guess
so
we have
it's.
most of Shadow done.
We have most of Shadow done. It's full of Spirit and Water Temple. They've already found the Mosque. Really, it's just like find Dins and then hope lights aren't full.
Find Dins and Longshot and hope lights don't suck, yeah.
Yeah, realistically, the real problem was like, what if Dins is like in Jabu or Fire Temple? Though there's not really any indications of that.
No. Our Bongo path getting eaten by this bow, which has so far led up to Diddly Squat and Forest Temple, is really not helpful right now.
Yeah. Like usually bow paths like tend to like resolve themselves pretty quickly, especially with like a foolish GTG. Like usually like one bow will go a bunch not HBA.
I just had a thought.
Uh-huh.
What if what we need for Bongo Din's Fire is on Darunia, thus logical AD with Saria Song.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
I mean,
like
it's
the worst
absolutely
case.
possible. Forest is blocking OoT, it's a stone, and you need Boo for Forest Temple. forest is basically the main thing to do chasing this Poe anyway right now. It's a very understandable play for Carp. It's also been a complete and total bust aside from that slingshot so far. Which, to be fair, the slingshot is good for Carp. He just wishes there was something a bit more useful in here.
And here comes the FW for Bear.
Man, if nothing's in here, go Fire Temple?
Yeah.
Although
Is that this?
Carp doesn't know it doesn't have letter yet to put that in logic. He hasn't even seen fire, so he knows
that
he
is
should know
also
it's there.
true.
I think by process of elimination, but Carp doesn't know it's in logic.
That's fair.
Because Carp's missing the well, Deku, and fire. Well, he has the well. He knows he's missing the Deku and fire, and he knows that the fire can't be in the Jabu entrance, so fire has to be in the ice entrance, and Deku has to be in the Jabu entrance. But he also might just. I don't know that Carp KZ skips to go fire when he knows he needs. When he, I think, should know. It's sometimes hard to keep track of who knows which entrance is, but I think Carp should know he needs letter for Deku entrance. So I would probably go see what did I miss with this field path to go maybe, which will send him to letter if he thinks about it. I just don't know that because it's got a bit convoluted this seed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
If he thinks about the slingshot, he hopefully goes back to field, but I don't know that for sure.
I mean, it could also be possible that our Dins could be on Phantom Ganon here, or this
It
big
could
chest right
be
here.
Right, this.
got a big
Yeah.
chest.
Nope, that's
No.
a very blocked though. Thanks, game.
There we go.
Which
Okay, that answers one of the questions about our bow potential path.
So it's not, to be honest, actually, that's like the first spot it could have been. Because we only had one Bowlock key, I think.
Huh,
So,
yeah, actually, it might have been.
Oh, jeez, this seed.
It's a whole thing.
yeah. Alright, so there's our first bow. And looks like Bear's heading for Spirit Temple.
Yeah.
Completely understandable. There's 4 more items over here.
Or more
get a-
items.
And a song.
Yeah, which Bear doesn't. Like, Bear doesn't know that it's useless. There's a decent chance it's useless, but you don't know that for sure. And in case it is something good, you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a 50-50 that this is Bolero, it's not. Well, yeah, vanilla Bolero of all things. But
Bolera's not itself the worst thing in the world to pick up either.
no,
Yeah.
not since considering
Bear
that
hasn't been back
she-
to GTG with Strength 2 or Bow, or Bow
Yeah.
specifically, so. There are worse places there are worse things from perspective than a Bolero. That's what this is. And yep, you can see the brackets there. Thank you, Tobias, for providing the link in chat. This is Group 12, also nicknamed as the Zoo Group. We have ourselves BearKarp, Chimpan Reeve, and Loploper.
Yeah.
With a bear, a fish, and a chimp in here, it's been nicknamed the Zoo Group. Loplop is actually nicknamed the Zookeeper in the TSG Discord at the moment.
That's cute.
I'm just kind of sad that Levi didn't get drafted into this group by Mr. Chimp. Just so he could get all of his multi-world teammates in the same group.
I mean, Levi instead got the SGL rematch group, which is its own
Yes.
variety of silly.
Yeah.
I'd have to double check which group that was again. Group 6, Zephyr, Levi Vilma, Arcade Sinja, and Holologic is a near complete rematch of the Speed Team A5 2023 in-person groups. We'll forget which group number, but one of them had K-Sinja, Levi, Zeph, and, well, Mr. Martin in that case. Holologic this time. That was just funny.
Carp almost killed that Skulltula, but canceled his hook shot at the last minute.
Good.
That was nice to see.
Yeah, Mr. Bard
And
not
I'm
taking
laughing
place
at
in
Chip.
sport.
Yeah, I'm laughing at Chip saying the zookeeper is putting us animals in our place at the moment. Yeah. So this is only the third match played out of 6 in this group, and Liplop is one against both Barry and Chip.
Alright, time to see if Phantom Ganon is holding our dens or something.
Now I have to laugh.
Yeah.
Apparently Hollow did in fact cross out his name and put Martin on his lap for his match versus Case Ninja.
Yeah, and actually, the bad thing here now is if we don't see anything on Phantom Ganon, then it's probably a Zarya song.
It really
Yeah.
is looking like it's true AD for something, yeah, because we're running out of checks. And this water path to Bongu is still very much unresolved. Side routes. He's
Phantom
not
Ganon
cooperating.
trolling.
Where is
Okay,
so-
Darklink loop first trip, I don't think.
Nope. No, skipped
That's
it.
where she's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was hoping Song of Time was at Colossus. Oh no, she knows Song of Time is from Macaque. I guess she was hoping to find Longshot before coming in here. I'm not sure. But...
Yeah.
Well, she's going back in, so she's going to find out that this is nothing, unfortunately. Darklink
And
was a key, and yeah. Alright, what does Peachy have for us? AR keys. Yeah!
This looks like
great.
Zarya's song is our item
There's
that we need.
still one Bowlock check left, and it's in Fire Temple.
Oh yeah, true.
And that's only if the key layout works out that way.
That is also true.
Fire's also just one of our best density plays in the game. Unfortunately, we are running out of checks to do.
Yeah, the only problem is Karp doesn't have. I mean, Karp can get to fire with King Zora skip.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
the
think he
question is-
wants to figure out where his letter's at first, because he knows he
Yeah.
needs it. Well, he should know
Oh,
he needs
I'm
it.
getting
He
a
needs
phone
it.
call. Excuse me.
No worries. It could be Din's on Morpha, but again, we're also just running out of checks, unfortunately. Like,
Yeah.
yes, okay, it might not be the bow, but also, what else are you doing? There's not much left.
Look at Ice Cavern. Ice Cavern's nice. For Ice Cavern entrance, and we're gonna go into Fire Temple for a little bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Karp not doing 20 skulls in the letter, so probably isn't thinking about the Goma path. Not right now, at least.
Yeah. Is doing new checks and not stuff he might have skipped.
Yeah.
Oh boy, he's starting
New
to
to him
read
checks, that
headstones.
is. We've seen this credit already from
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and he started to reread headstones. He had been skipping them for a while, which is unfortunate. Because I think he
He's
could go
missing
by.
2 foolishes, which at this point yeah.
He's already full cleared them,
Yep.
and he skipped them. Unfortunately, I think they were in spots he could have got him to.
Lake High Foolish was next to the Deku tree. Fortress Foolish is in Fountain, which he's gonna go to right now.
Okay, well, the fortress then. Yeah, but he skipped Deku hints,
Yeah.
even though he went there as both an adult and a child.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So those
Yeah.
look like Karp is going for that King Zora skip.
Yeah, he's gonna go. I think he should know this is Fire Temple, but I'm not 100% sure. Depends on how well he's been tracking entrances, which it can get a little messy.
I mean, that's fair.
Be right back. Hold on.
Yep. Take your time.
Yep. They're doing Darklink Loop is giving some time back to Karp, but just this seed's just such a mess overall.
I mean, all it really comes down to is whoever will find the dense fire first. Honestly, I think that's what it'll come down to.
Karp's got an entire forest done on Bear, but we don't actually know for sure it's AD and not just, you know, Longshot and Fire Dins on Morpho or similar.
Yeah.
And we don't, we all, and this, to the same effect, we don't know, and like, Bear's done more of the, Bear's been more thorough with Overworld skulls and whatnot. Karp, I don't think has ever really touched the soil skulls, for instance.
So
Among some other loose ends, so it's kind of a bit back and forth. Karp is more dungeons done, but it's really hard to say right now. It's
I
a whole
still
mess.
say it's still kind of everyone's game at the moment.
I think so as well. A big part of it depends on when Karp gets his letter, honestly.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't get his letter, Bear's got all the time in the world until he figures that out.
Yeah. That is also very much true.
Like, basically, Karp has to go think about that slingshot in forest and what that means for his field path, which he has a field path. I'm pretty sure that was, yeah, Temple of Time was one of the copies. He has it. He just needs to think about it, which is one of those things that can be hard just because there's so much going on in a seed.
Yeah, and you also, you're thinking, like, what has my opponent probably has done, you start trying to, like, you get a bit of, like, your head inside your own head, and it can be rough.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Bear's going into forest now, so she's thinking about deciding to go somewhere else. Might be a GTG play first, following the bow, because she hasn't done that yet, which would make sense. Which we know unfortunately won't pay out, but it would make sense for her.
But I think once Bear sees those bow checks are dead in GTG, that maybe
she'll go forest.
Either forest or fire.
And I'd go forest over fire when you're looking at a bow path.
I mean, that's fair.
It's also somewhat less terrible, relatively. There's more quick checks.
That is also fair.
It just kind of stinks as choices go, really, forest and fire here. Like, neither of them want to do shopping.
I mean, fair.
No clue if GTG's a key or not, and I don't think we care, frankly. Or Toilet's a key, and I don't think we really care at this point. As long as time is so late, I don't think it's gonna matter much.
I mean, I still think it's kind of funny that the force check is like the force stone is Deku and the fire stone is the Dendo's Cavern. The Goron Rupee.
No, we don't really know that. I think that just I
just think
but
fire. I mean, I got them mixed up. Fire is Emerald and Forest is Ruby.
Yeah.
And Jab is Vanilla.
Well, we don't know for sure. It's just arbitrarily assigned Fire and Jabu.
Yeah, fair.
It also doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things.
I know it
2 keys
doesn't really
for
matter.
Karp. At the moment, though, they're cleaning up checks Karp's already done, and is probably going to then go do more checks Karp's already done in the form of Forest Temple.
Yeah.
Fire is new for Karp. It's also the best density play there is in the game. Here's the boss key.
Yeah.
Here's an honest question actually for Karp. You kill Volva, of course, but do you continue or do you go check Saria's song? I think you continue for the density.
Yeah.
Well, because you also, yeah, and you still have to kill Jabu for the Saria song too, come to think of it, right?
Yep.
Internally, Boss Key does raise the question of do you stick around, but there's just so little left in the game. There's only 4 items in Jabu.
So how deep did Karp get into fire before finding the boss key?
Big lava room, open chest was the Boss Key.
Well,
You
looks
came
like they're
back just
going.
came back to me thinking about do you continue, and you hear, and I think you do as much as this whole thing sucks.
Looks like
It's
they're
just
picking up a safety ferry.
since there's just so little left Toffile, it kind of stings.
Yeah,
Oh, no, not picking up a safety ferry, just picking up some bombs. Okay.
yeah, it's got 8 hearts.
We're just gonna
9
get her
hearts.
slingshot here, which
We know
doesn't
is.
hurt anything at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although that said, I don't think we've seen the woods target. Have
Oh,
we?
yeah, they hit
That
for
was
that.
hinted dead.
Oh yeah, never mind. Whoops.
All good. All good.
Are there any Scooby Overworld skulls you've left behind someplace?
Um,
Not that I can think
see.
of the top of my head.
Like the only ones I can think of are ones we can't do. Or no, actually, like Tree Scrabble is dead anyway.
Or at least none that I could think about that would be blocking our access to the dungeon.
Well, the only one would be the Greater Skull.
Greater Skull is about the one really wacky one we haven't picked up, yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just going to be done as child cleanup at some point, whenever I'd assume it eventually is
If
needed.
we get to that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, we've seen all the I guess there is the Bolero Patch Skull as well, because that's only just been recently available.
I think that's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
No, I was talking about the one in the crate on top of.
Oh, the crate.
Oh yeah, that one. Alright. Volv is a key. That's surprising, and I think Bear's going Forest.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of catch up between the 2 runners, and hopefully just Karp. Karp's going to last location later, but hopefully
I hope
finds
he
it.
thinks about his slingshots at some point. Because it's one of
Yeah.
those checks where it's quite possible you just write it off mentally and never go back to it. As, oh, he's playing Serenade. This is a Kokiri Warp. Nope. No, okay, Cat Warp instead. Where's he? Please tell me this is letter carved. This would be really good for you.
Now, the only question is once Bear finishes Forest, if they go in fire, will they finish fire or will they do what Karp did? That's the only question.
Okay, Karp's turning in 20 skulls. There's that at least. Looks like Karp's baking on Sari's over the Bullock chest. Yeah, it's possible, Shinnok. And 20 is not our long shot. That would have been funny if that was.
He's walking out, so let's see if he's heading for the 1 skull. Looks like he's probably going. He's at least getting
He's
there.
leaving out that way at least. Which implies the skull because he has a. Because
warp.
Nocturne would dump you in field, so he doesn't need it for that.
Yeah. Or just the save point. Yeah, here we go. He's
Okay.
heading for the skull.
Yep.
Like, what stupid skulls do I have left? This one.
Yes. Also because he might have eventually realized, wait, why is field path again? It's not strength 2 for a slingshot, because I don't think that one in Forest isn't strength 2 lock. And there. Alright, Karp's gonna go beat Deku next is what he's doing.
Yep.
Save quit. Yeah, we have a race, so Karp's gonna spend some time, give him some time back to there. Beat Deku, I assume at this point do child cleanup, probably do Jabu if I had to guess, and we'll see from there.
Yeah. Karp hasn't actually done anything to set up getting the boomerang off of Skull Mask either, unfortunately.
No. So he's gonna give some time back on that if he chooses to do it.
with the warps he's got, it's actually not too bad.
No.
Yeah.
He'll gain some time back on Bear by doing that.
Yeah. Mostly having the field warp.
Yeah, because this is one of the things that has been separating her runners is that Bear did a lot more child stuff early. That she had a very long child 1, and so that's one of the reasons why she's basically a forest temple behind Karp in terms of like dungeon progression at the moment. But Karp's gonna be giving several of those minutes back right now.
Yeah.
So.
They'll both be at a point where they're pretty much almost caught up with one another, and still gonna be interesting to see where. Oh, that's true. Karp also does
Doesn't
not
have Mirror Shield,
Mirror
but he'll
Shield.
pick it up here.
Yeah.
Or he might pick up Sarasang and do it both together, but it's relatively inconsequential in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
He knows
But,
he has. I don't think he's forgotten his path. At least he hasn't bothered taking it up because Spirit's foolish and he couldn't even get in there. But that's not itself a particular problem for him.
Yeah. So where do you guys think that like Din's Fire is, or a long shot is? Or where are you hoping it is? Maybe that'd be a better phrasing.
I'm hoping it's. I'm hoping long shots on Bongo and Din's Fire is on the one awful skull on top of Crater. But that's just.
That would be the fun. That would be a fun one.
So Death Star, the reason why you hate this seed is because well,
It's looking like a very dumb AD seed. It's a random warp song destination, so as per the usual for that setting, we don't have a minuet warp. Sarasang is on OT. That locks vanilla minuet, which is our Nocturne warp, Spirit Temple's in the Shadow Temple entrance by way of hints. That's foolish because it's logical AD to get in there, apparently. DC was also in the Forest Temple. It was in the Forest Temple entrance. That's a Forest Medallion. That song itself was not of any particular consequence, but just for the extra shenanigans. We're also we have ourselves a water path to Bongo, and that's currently for a bow that's locked nothing except AD apparently, and it's just a mess.
Yeah, well, of course, there's always the chance that the Bongo path it's path to Bongo because Bongo's locking long shot, and we need the bow to blow open the statue, but that
just can't
begs the question where Din's is, and we're almost out of checks. We're out of checks that basically aren't in our stone dungeon, except for like 2 or 3 overworld skulls.
2 or 3 really bad overworld skulls. Things like the DMC, like both DMC child skulls, the Cray skull and the Soil Patch skull are 2 ones we've got left. Oh, and Bear's out of arrows, that's an ouch.
Yeah.
In case you're wondering, the boomerang is hinted on Skull Mask, and Karp just hasn't gotten it because who wants to get that for Stone Jabu? Until it's the last thing in the game. And Mirror Shield just hinted Path of Twinrova in Goron City. Karp just didn't have Zeal his first trip into Child Goron City and is gonna go get it with Saria Song and Darunia, we're assuming at this point.
Yeah.
Let's see, our other paths. Hyrule Field to Goma was assumed at one point either. Let's see, there was magic in there. Len's game was the hover boots which could have been for Wasteland Crossing, so that eventually got rolled out because there was nothing behind the Wasteland Crossing of any note. Strength 2 originally did lack a slingshot, but we eventually found a second one in Forest, which I think will pick up soonish. And then the other item that Karp I think probably near logical last location was Rudo's letter in Hyrule Field next to Cac, the skull in that grotto. Thankfully he got the slingshot in Forest to remind him he should go back to Field. I don't know when he would have gotten it otherwise, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a path wallet, Skyrius. Graveyard's path to Morpha for a wallet because there is a key on Central Pillar. Boss keys vanilla. Speaking of that slingshot that bailed Karp out, Bear just picked it up. Not that she needs it for anything.
Yeah, well, or it could have just been for the scale for irons, but we'll have to leave that up.
No, because Bomb Bag was available to get the irons. I file for Child's access. Shenanigans.
Turbine
There's
shenanigans.
a few different bits, anyway.
Alright.
Zora Tunics presumably just in cannons or something. We don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also Karp be able to fire for whatever reason. It's either finding Rudo's letter or Saria's song check for this path. Yeah. Unless it's Longshot could be on the Composer Grave Torches, but again, we have no fire sources whatsoever right now.
Yeah. I mean,
We will also just strictly lock Speeding Water Temple since both Central Pillar and the Torches chest were keys, but anyway. We're fairly sure it's a wallet and is the path in Graveyard, or whatever little that's worth. Zora Tunic hasn't been found. Skyrius is probably in cannons. Wait.
could be a Overclock Max, yeah, that's about it.
Still magic for Karp. Alright, he's playing Requiem. This is our Cag Warp. This is going to be a boomerang pickup for him, I'd think.
Does he have the mask? He has the mask.
Yeah, check
Yeah.
he had the key nurse here.
Yeah, he's going in on 80 at this point.
I mean, you kind of have to commit.
Yeah. You're the
It's
right
this
age
or go
for
back
it.
to Fire Temple or do an assortment of terrible overworld checks.
The good news is once you do this, you're basically done with Child until we have to inevitably pull the boss key out of Child Spirit.
Yeah, he's gonna presumably skip the assortment of. He's left some overworld skulls here and there that kind of stink, but he's assuming.
Does he
he's gonna
still not have the
skip
mirror
them.
shield?
He hasn't. He does need it. He's gonna do that with Darunia, I assume.
I hope so.
If we have an entrance command for the dungeon entrances, I don't know it. Ah, there we are. Thank you, chat. I don't think that's the warp you want, Karp. Not for turning in Skull Mask, at least. Where is he going? No, Sunsun Grave. Or this skull, I guess that works.
Alright, I am back. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Nah,
Everybody's
really.
running through the same dungeons
Checks.
again.
Yeah, we're doing just seeing stuff we've already done.
Yeah.
Yeah, Karp's gonna go get his boomerang now.
Probably do that. Jabu Jabu gets Sarius.
And then go check it, yeah. And if that's all nothing, so back to Fire Temple, I guess we go.
Yeah.
There is absolutely nothing saying that is actual hard AD. Just assuming it is, but it could literally just be in Fire Temple and it's just logical AD.
Yeah, that is also fair.
Yeah. There's our
They're
second
getting her
bow.
very bow-locked bow. One of the reasons why we think it is in fact a path bow is because that's the only other one we've seen, and that is very bow-locked, so... Not a bad idea to check the crater soil seal for Javi. Yeah, it's something that we should eventually hopefully clean up at some point. It is, I think, I haven't kept track of exactly all the overworld skulls, but I know Bear has done more of them than Karp did. I don't think Karp ever did the Ranch Knight skulls, for instance. But I don't think Karp did the Valley Child skulls either, so there's a couple loose ends here and there.
Yeah.
If it is confirmed AD and Karp finds either Dins or Longshot on one of the Sari's long checks, then he's probably going to gain time on Bear by not doing those assorted loose end overworld skulls yet that Bear hasn't done, but we
Ooh,
just don't know what this. We just don't know for
we're gonna
sure.
get to see something new here.
Yeah, Bear did Child Valley skulls. I don't know that Karp did. Is the point. Blue roses. This here's a new check.
Alright,
And
it's
bomb refill.
nothing.
Longshot could be sitting in the well, for instance, as a side note. Because if we finally manage to dig up Dins from wherever it's at, we can go get to Spirit Temple to go past through this child to get to Colossus because the well is there.
Yeah.
And actually, now that I say that, I think it's more likely we find Dins than Longshot because there's just only so many checks left in the game for both. And Dins opens up a bit more than Longshot does. I was almost done the fourth on the other side, which is good. Speaking of skull cleanup, that's one of those for Karp. This one's pretty quick.
Also, I really do like this quality of life with the basement and forest.
Yeah, that is nice. Thanks shout outs to Kirox for putting that together. Been around a while now.
It's just all the things that like the OoT community has come with, and like especially the randomizer community. It's just like amazing how much this game has come along in the past couple of years. Yeah, I doubt we're gonna see anything important in Jambu.
Probably not, but there's a. I mean, it could be here. I mean, I mean, there's very little left. It's this deep fire, like the rest of Fire Temple. If Dins turns up before Longshot, we can also go look at the well eventually. There really isn't much left besides that.
Yeah.
There's like the DMC Great Skull, maybe one or two random other loose ends. There's not much. Yeah, you absolutely can't we can't pass on 4 checks that can have Dins. Like, you have to clear these. We're here.
Well, maybe not Dins, but probably Longshot.
Oh no, Dins could be here. Dins could be here and then Bowlock's long shot potentially.
Oh yeah, true. Because Bongo himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still need to physically get to Bongo. Yeah.
Bomb to trick is not in logic.
Nope. Alright, where's Bear going becomes the question on her side now that she's done with Forest Temple. Looking at a CAC, I'm not quite sure what her goal is here.
I
Back to
think
fighter?
maybe they're heading to Fire Temple?
It would make sense for the density and for the AD at this point.
Yeah, I think that's the play they're doing, but still uncertain if they're gonna do what Karp did in Fire Temples, like since get boss key, beat boss, and then rush Jabu, or if they're gonna clear at least the Bola chest. So we'll just have
I'm
to.
not sure. It's a hard call either way here as to what you do.
Yeah. Oh, this is a major item.
And there's,
there's our
long
long
okay.
shot.
Alright,
So-
so now the decision becomes
So Morpha has our Dens then?
Morph Hazard Dins are it's sorry, a song select Dins.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, you still have to do this regardless. That sucks.
Either Din's are Morpho or Din's is blocked. Because, yeah, Jabu is not itself bow locked.
Yeah.
Boomerang
is-
was on Skull Masks. Rudo's letter was in the CAC by. Healed by CAC. Growdo's Skull Bomb Bag was Fear Zero on the River Pillar because pre-planted beans.
Where was Storms? Because it wasn't Job was in the well. Storms
Crater.
was Crater. Yeah, Crater's. completely
And
sense.
we had hover boots and hookshot and things for it. Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, zero bombs. Easy hovers, easy 0-0 one shot. So it's got to be Bolocks, Dins somehow.
Yeah, I mean, there's not even much that could be bow lock that would lock Dins indirectly. Like it would be what, strength 3. I guess
Yeah.
we're missing a fire arrows, and that's about it. We've found just about everything in the game.
And do we know where light arrows are?
Nope, probably Dins the rate we're going. Although deep fire would be cruel.
At this rate, we're probably going to be 330 at the worst, I guess.
I think this will probably sub. This should be decently sub 4. Yeah,
'Cause there really isn't much left after we're done.
Oh my god,
There
Death
really
Star.
isn't.
Oh no. Now Death Star is not there. The toilet is locked by Dense Fire today. Guess. I wasn't even looking at chat.
Lights could be on toilet though.
Yeah.
At this rate, lights are on high score. Skyrus, we're looking for Dins. We know it is behind our water to bongo path, because that was the only thing we found there is a bow. The only checks remaining are Darklink or River Chest, which can't be it, because Song of Time's behind Shadow Temple on Burning Cac. Or the Morpha, which we have no idea on, because we only just got the long shot a minute ago. Bow is currently locked at Diddly Squat, aside from, I guess, a second slingshot that did help Karp in terms of finding his letter, but is not actually relevant to much of anything otherwise. And that's about it. Bow might like Deep Fire. We haven't seen enough. Boss Key is in the lava room, so we haven't seen anything further than that. No clue if it is Fire Bow locked. And Bow has locked absolutely nothing else. Aside from Saria's Song, basically. Which also technically locks. Saria's Song does also lock Forest Access, but the song on Minuet is Vanilla Minuet, which is a Nocturne Warp to Foolish Spirit Temple, also behind Din, so thoroughly unhelpful. And it locks DC, which had absolutely nothing in it in the forest entrance, so that doesn't matter. Heal the boss gate fire. There it is for Bear.
All right, almost time for Baronade.
Yep.
Not opting for the box skip.
Want to risk the time loss, I guess. And Bear is continuing in fire as a note. Like, oh no, going wrong direction. My sense of direction just sucks. Going to Beetle. Whoops.
Is going to grab the fairy from here.
And just a part piece here.
I am back. Looks like Bear went straight for Wolf by the seams of it.
Yep,
Yeah.
which makes sense here.
Well, I think you had to. You're going to get key locked out otherwise.
I couldn't quite catch. Also, yeah, happy 3 hours, chat. Or some given definition of the word. This is back to market for Karp, so he's gonna. This is in fact Dumpsia right here, which is perfect for the OT check.
Yep.
Yeah, I think given that Karp has about a Jabu and change on Bear, got a decent lead, I think, at this point, since I don't think he's going to go back for those checks that Bear has done that he hasn't.
Yeah.
Like, Karp knows there's just not that many places left for this long shot now that he's found Dins.
Yeah, and this will be sorry, Sonker Skull Kid and the Darunia.
And Bear's also leaving, which makes sense.
Yeah.
This is Bear going child to go do Jabu basically into Saria's song. Karp will hopefully remembers he needs to get his mirror shield, though he should. Yeah, this is definitely, I think, Karp's game to lose at this point. Is he's not like the difference in time is mostly that Bear's done some extra checks that Karp hasn't and will never do at this point. Mostly just an assortment of variously terrible overworld skulls. And Karp knows where Karp knows that there's only a handful of places where his long shot can be, so he's skipping all this junk. Until somehow we get stuck with a strength 3 hunt for lights, and then we're in the fun.
Oh, I mean, at the worst, you've already been Fire, Jabu, Dodongo, Shadow, Spirit. Well, Spirit's Foolish, Water. We'll have one check. Deku, Ice.
There's not a lot left, yeah. Yeah, were the Fire Arrow strong enough time and strength 3 from the end of this match being tracker %? Yeah, Dastar, we've really seen basically we're missing our last bomb bag, strength 3, our last bow, our last slingshot is
Oh
sorry a song was not
God! It's the
required.
skull. It's the skull or upper fire. Oh my God.
That can't be the DMC crate
Oh, it
skull. That
can't be
one's
the
not behind
skull.
water. It's got to
Yeah.
be deep fire or Morpha. That's what's left. Is it's deep fire or
Oh.
Morpha.
Well, everybody, just hope that he says crater to the number from my light arrows in crater.
Man, this has been such a roller coaster. Yeah, we're missing our last bomb bag, strength 3, our last bow, our last slingshot, our last bottle. Din's, Neru's, all three. Well, two of our 3 elemental arrows we have. We know where ice arrows are, and I think
Yeah.
we're missing Goron, Zora, Tunic, and VGS for loose ends. Man, that's a feels bad that Sarius was jumped. It was logically required to see, to be clear, but you did not actually have to pick it up. Where's Karp going?
He's going to go check Cow Grotto in field.
What for?
I don't know. It's Den's locked. You'd think he'd realize, but
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Shout out
look,
to the
it's
running
been
mate being
it's
out in
been
field.
it's been 3 hours, and we just did 80 that we had to do for no reason other than we did 80. Oh, there's a postman because we.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Something you rarely ever see because you have to do all three stone dungeons to get him to spawn. DC was in the forest entrance, yes. I guess yeah, Function and Job just confirmed Path KD was for the bomb bag and not something else for whatever little that was worth. Not much.
What a seed.
The seed, yeah. Now, Carp, why are you doing cleanup? I'm genuinely confused. Like, by now, you know
Look.
Bongo's path to Morpha. Water's path to Bongo, great.
I
And,
don't think he ever wants to go child again, which is going to be unfortunate when it turns out that the Spirit Temple boss key is on a child side. Or
That would be just awful.
I mean, that's quite possible. I mean, yes, okay, Carp doesn't want to go back child, but what was he hoping to find here? Is my question. Like, what does Carp think he can find here that would be of any use on these child checks? It's good for Barely he's giving time back to her, but I just don't know what he's trying to find.
Questions for the interview.
Like, I am legitimately confused why Carp has just done these 2 skulls. I think Carp is lost in the logic. I mean, I'd have to assume so, Shannon. But, the water path to Bongo Pin isn't that complicated. I don't know, he's playing Nocturne now, so maybe this is him going adult. I hope it is, at least. Okay. Because there's things like I don't think he did chickens. He definitely hasn't done the DMC child. The crate skull. Some other loose ends I'm forgetting right now, probably. But going back adult is good for Carp. He needs to go be Water Temple, and then either that's Dids or go back to Fire Temple. Serenade here, takes him to Kokiri, so this is back to water as expected. Hey, ZSR2 rating with a party of 64. Welcome into our, I believe that's Skyward Sword Randomizer Raiders here. Welcome in. We are 3 hours and 8 minutes into an absolute mess of an Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 7 Challenge Cup seed. It's a mess.
I mean, it was logical ED to move an idiot out of the way to get to Denaga's Cavern so you can get a useless songs.
And so
So
you
far,
can get your Minuet warp to Minuet to go get to this Foolish Spirit Temple, which is foolish because apparently it's behind everything else in the game.
Literally.
but everybody's kind of just committing to AD at this point, even though if it's not here, it has to be in the upstairs of Stonefire Temple.
Because that is the only thing left that could be behind anything that was Water Temple related, because Water Temple is back to Bongo. The only thing we found here is a bow, and bow has so far locked Logical All Dungeons, which is not required for Shadow Temple, or Deep Fire.
It locked one other bow.
It locked another bow. Okay, point. But that doesn't help anything.
No, it doesn't, but that's the only other thing we found.
Alright, let's hope that this is something.
This is not Dins. We're going back into Fire Temple and we're pushing a block.
Yep.
The good news is it can't be on highest score on, probably.
I mean, it could have got hover boots. It doesn't have to be Song. That one doesn't have to be Song of Time Lock. And we're going back to Fire Temple, everyone.
Oh no. Alright.
Alright.
3 hours, 9 minutes. We finally have Lax on. Oh, wait, no, Lax exists. Lax exists. Wait, no, Lax can't be it. Lax can't be it, but it exists.
Lanix exists. It could be vanilla light arrows, but it is not a water temple check.
No. Unfortunately, like 2 of the places that we have foolish today, Gerudo Fortress and Lake Hylia, also are some of the very few overworld bow checks in the game. So.
And Karp did them anyway because he never found Lake Foolish and he got the Fortress Foolish late. Yeah. Morpha is. Oh wait, no, Morpha was bow locked. I forgot. There it is.
Oh yeah,
Morpha...
there it is. Yay.
Right, because Torches and Central Pillar were both keys with a vanilla boss key. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So this
everyone.
is using Furores, by the way, in case anyone's wondering why Karp is going back into what's actually GTG here.
I'm pretty sure he's. Yeah.
That tells us fire arrows are unavailable, which figures, honestly. Well, even if fire arrows were available, that's still bow-locked, so good point. Dins on Lax, Star, because we forgot there were bow-locked keys in the Water Temple on Central Pillar and on the Torches chest. Because you obviously couldn't light the torches with Dins because of, that.
Yeah. Alright. Time to go pull. And we had to have Dins fire for Shadow Temple anyway, just because there were keys locked by the walls. Because our Shadow Temple entrance today actually is Spirit Temple, which we'll be visiting very shortly.
Yep.
And by God, we hope for Strain 3. Showing up soon. Yeah. We do not have any path strains, and none of our bombs or anything ended up being strength locked, so...
Yeah, strengths are kind of whichever at the seed.
They can't be in Spirit Temple. That's about all we know.
But finding those Dins, I would say Karp, for at least right now until we get that light arrow hint, is in the lead, maybe?
Hey, it's very unlikely. Karp's going to probably win, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
It would take exactly Bear finding Strain 3 before going back to Water Temple and then beating Morpha in a spot that Bear will not, MisterKarp will not check, and I'm not sure where that's going to be. Or if she will even do that.
Yeah.
Clean one cycle bongo bongo.
And it's a real feel sad that both artists did all of Forest Temple, which I get. It just feels bad given this whole everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we didn't even think about bow, key logic, and water.
Like, yeah, I think I might have mentioned it at some point, but it's honestly one of those just okay, whichever things.
Yeah. I think I might have mentioned it like 2.5 hours ago. But
We've mentioned a
Fair.
lot of different things in the past 3 hours and 15
Yeah.
minutes, too, to
Fair.
be fair.
yeah, okay, here we go. Spirit Temple. We have no idea what our key layout is, other than it's full. We have a foolish dungeon. And we know that child may be forced to run through here to get to the bottom of the well eventually.
Yeah, if lights are in the well or strength breeze in the well locking lights, we're gonna be back.
Uh,
And we're gonna have to kill another Iron Knuckle.
Yep. Bear's about to get the bad news that, oh, you're kidding me, I did all this for nothing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
this is where. Sorry.
you're good.
I was gonna say, this is where it's like, I did 80 that the game was expecting me, and it wasn't the result, and it's just the point where it's like the generation algorithm doesn't actually work like that. But it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I really do see Bear going adult here after getting the bad news that Darunia is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, like, the game was a very special kind of cruel today when it threw path bow for Bongo, but it was double path for both Morpha and Bongo, because the only way to light torches to get keys in Water Temple to access slacks was
The bow.
was the bow. 'Cause I think I said it earlier. Like, normally you don't light Dipping Water Temple without a way to light torches, just
Yeah.
because of torches in Central Pillar. But sometimes you'll be forced to. It's a
Yep.
special kind of cruel when both ways to light the torches are just so intertwined and blocking. So we've only gotten one small key, which means there's probably some small keys on child in the child basement.
Yeah, Boulder's Chest is a key, Statue Hand is a key. Nothing on Adult Climb, so let's see how this goes as far as stuff. Map Chest is a key. Key, well, key 2 logically.
And at least Bear isn't like super far behind Carp, but it's still pretty rough though.
It's it's just unfortunate that Bear did what Bear's had a very thorough child one doing a lot of skulls and other things, and unfortunately just Carp never went back for a lot of those checks, and that's kind of a decent part of the difference between these two is just Carp get some of that stuff because he ended up getting to a point of just chase your paths a little faster at the end. I mean, the water logic isn't the strangest, it's just a can you light the torch? Yes or no. It's just something you don't think about very often because it's where you go into Water Temple without a way to light the torches. Hey, BGS.
Nice.
Nice.
Another thing that you don't think often, just another like little random fun fact that I learned recently about Legend of Zelda, you can apparently use ice arrows on those like sliding spikes and it'll freeze them.
Huh?
Yeah. Just a little fun fact. Yeah, this is the strangest water logic. Yeah, I have to agree with Alkaline.
I've actually had it happen to me in a seed before. But yeah, it's... God, it's weird.
Oh,
Vanilla Boss Key.
Alright, we're fine then. And I think there's probably a key on Child's side, but it doesn't ultimately matter.
Yeah, no. Yeah, Bear is gonna go check Lax, because why not?
Get the news that Lax was Din's.
Yeah, we only found keys 1, 2, and 4. Yeah, Shanhok. I don't think there was a key on Child Climbs. Child Spirit was probably a key. That or some block, I think, would have been a key.
Yeah.
Because they're key logic things, but it doesn't ultimately matter, because, we're now in glow mode. We're still not going to be sub 330ing this, by the way. I think because we still
No.
need to pick up lights no matter where those are at. Full Road was
Yeah.
not the fastest
Still
light ever.
potential
But...
sub 4.
Yeah, it'll be
No,
fun to
this
support.
will sub 4. There's no way lights are someplace stupid enough for this to not sub 4, I think. Unless maybe an extra stupid strength 3 hunt, but that's very unlikely.
Let's see how bad Overworld trolls today.
Yeah, DMC Crate Skull. So Chad's talking about DMC Crate Skull as being in like the worst possible spot for Strength 3, which I'd probably agree with. I mean, just generally, checks left in the game, all of Ganon's Castle. The entirety of the well, which requires passing through Child Spirit, by the way, to get there, because it's at the Colossus entrance. The rest of Spirit Temple, honestly. The rest of Fire Temple. And that's about it.
Yeah, there's quite a few bad places it can be.
Oh, Spirit's foolish, never mind, right, duh. River Chest is also an item that would kind of stink. We don't actually know if Toilet's an item or a key because we lost count at some point on that.
Yeah.
Like, there are a handful of assorted just garbage checks left.
Colossus soil scrub with skull would also be pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, that one's basically getting looped with the well at this point. Is add that to as the 14th check of the well, more or less, is the well plus that one skull.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing it, you're doing the well next to it.
Well, it's nice to find Big Goron sword here. Make
We found
Twin
it in
Rova.
Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just saying, it just makes Twin Rova so much nicer. Ooh. That's unfortunate.
Actually, Alka has a point. Getting to the well's gonna suck because we need to find the other two small keys in Spirit Temple if we want to get there.
Oh, yeah,
Because we
that
used
is true.
all three on adult side.
Well,
We'd have to do.
I mean, that's
There's a
gonna.
decent chance to still a small key need an adult spirit. Yeah, key 5 could be anywhere. Key 3 logically could be either child side or sunblock, but key 5 is likely adult side.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna have to first find out where these lights are before we go too far off in the speculation as Bear takes down Bongo.
Yeah. Oh, imagine Carp just goes straight to Ganon to find the light arrow hint.
You have to in this position. I mean, there's really nothing else you're gonna do right now. It's actually kind of impressive given how much we found that we haven't had lights. There's hell, it's gonna be on one of those, what, 20 odd checks left? Well, I guess maybe 30 odd checks left in the game. There's like, considering that the entirety of the well hasn't been checked. Elka, there's a couple stupid spots. It's not Giddens or the well. Deep. Most of Stonefire is one of them. The child DMC crate skull's the other big one.
And the river chest, technically, because.
And River Chest is also pretty bad. Toilet maybe too. They could also just be here on the Bosky chest and solve all our problems, but that would be the simple answer.
Yeah.
It can't be those pots over there. No, Elka, this is not surprise pot sanity. It's not on the Bosky chest here, so that's not the simple answer.
But a
Which
small
figures
key or
given
just
how
a
the
regular
sea's going.
small chest?
I actually can't tell. I wasn't looking closely enough for it. That's a regular small chest.
Yeah.
Hear me out, Pasani for Can's Castle. I mean, the issue with that, Shannock, is there's also a pot to get of every trial. As Bear is having a think, I think. And possibly a pee break, honestly. It's been 3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Doesn't look like the light arrows are here. Sorry, guys.
Yep. For those who are curious, there is a setting on Real Rob's branch of the Randomizer to shuffle all the pots in the game. And that includes those pots that Karp was just breaking. If your light arrows are in one of those, I think there's like 18 pots or something down there. If your light arrows are in one of those pots, Ganondorf will say, "You'll never beat me by finding the light arrows from those pots over there." Which remains my favorite hint text in the game.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, they're just right over there. Oh, thank you, big bad villain, for telling me where your weakness is.
Yep. Alright, what's our answer in this seed since it's not those pots?
Alright. And
Inside my castle. Uh-oh.
All right, so there are 16 checks in Ganon's castle. We've already seen one of them, and so
2
of
more of
them,
them are keys.
2 of them will be keys, and 8 of them are in light trial. So we have better than 50% odds that, or better than a 50% chance that we need strength 3.
Strength 3
Let's
could also
find
just be
out.
here, to be fair. That's a
that
big
is
just
also
to point out.
fair.
Yes.
There's not much checks left in the game in general.
Yep.
No,
All right,
there
so
really isn't.
probably start with Spirit Trial. No, gotta start with Forest Trial. That's fine. Spirit Trial is 2 checks, but is probably the slowest, the second slowest of the 5 non-strength checks, of the non-strength 3 launch trials.
Yeah.
And there's
Forest
just
and
a
water
small
the
chest here.
fastest.
Elka saying in chat, so is this scene very bad or absolute dumpster?
Well, let's see.
We'll find out. It's not
Alright.
water trial. What is it? No, I can't. I'm blind. Is it here? Nope.
No, it's a
Oh, good.
bottle.
Well, that
That's
answers.
that 1000% confirms that that was a very path bow and water temple. Great.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not Shadow Trial 1.
All right, we got 3 chances, everybody.
Place your bets.
Set it on everybody's favorite check. Shadow Trial 2.
Nope,
No.
not
It's
there.
not there.
All right, we got to. We're down to
2
now
checks.
a 10% chance of it being strength 3 locked. Not being strength 3 locked.
Oh my god.
So strength
2 out of
cannot.
10.
Okay. Math hard.
Yes, math is hard. Realness.
I mean, we still have a handful of big chests left. We're missing our last bomb bag, our last slingshot, our last bottle, Nehru's fire arrows, and Zora tunic, I think.
Yeah. Actually, a
Might
Zord
be
Phoenix
missing.
got to show up in here somewhere.
Ooh,
Probably.
Big chest.
Nope.
Bottle.
That's
Oh,
speaking
the
of
last
fate.
bottle. Yeah.
And yeah, actually, Zord, because of Wallet, was
It's
back to
big!
Morpha, right?
Watch this
Yeah.
also be bait.
The Zora tunic has to be somewhere Morpha locked, and that's probably in here at this point. I mean, it's Zero Light Trial for that Zora tunic.
Actually, it could technically be in. Yeah.
Or
no.
like Dark Rare Chest, I guess, could be Zora tunic, actually. And there we are.
There we go.
Zero Trial
Alright.
2, we're in go mode.
No,
Steed wasn't quite absolute. First. Yeah, this is gonna be GG's to Carp. Farrah would have had maybe a chance of strike 3 as Cardin was somewhere absolutely terrible, but nope. Carp's blood pressure must be through the roof. I mean, yeah, I think both artists had to feel nervous. It's been 3.5 hours. You've done AD for nothing. You have to wonder, did your opponent just decide, oh, I'm going Jabu for whatever reason they might have gone Jabu for before Forest Temple? And saved, 15 minutes.
Yeah, that Jabu, if...
Because we were looking for Dinsen Longshot for a long time.
would have saved so much time. But that's the thing about hindsight.
Yeah. Okay, the last keys were almost here. Key 5 logically is here, that is. Yeah,
That would have been
key
bad
3 is still missing.
if it was well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And logically, AD was still required. Well, no, we had a word for
Yeah, and absolutely, okay. To be honest, you put this in the call and someone sub threes, I can guarantee you, yeah, for sure. Because someone there's if you give like 70 people this seed, someone is going to decide screw Forest Temple and them going Jabu for whatever reason they might have done that for.
I mean, Jabu is faster, but less checks.
And it's not hinted versus that though, which is what sent both of these runners to Forest Temple.
Yeah.
It's like someone out there that would like if you send 70 people this seed, someone decides for whatever reason they might decide to do it for. I'm skipping Forest, I'm skipping Fire, I'm going to just go rush Jabu and see what I get. And pick up Longshot, get Dins, and just bypass like half the seed because we were looking for those two items for a really, really long time. Like well over an hour of just I think we were missing just those two things for like over an hour basically. Of just running around, just doing checks and failing at it. Yeah, shit. I hit Forest and Fire and I got this ring an hour ago. Might as well use it. Yeah, that someone can pick up the early jet banana for Overworld Skulls and try to make it pay its job when it wouldn't be strange. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, especially when it's an always hint and also easily accessible always hint.
Yeah. Alright, GG's here to carve. Finally finishing this hot mess out. 3:34:20.
GG's. And immediately bear forfeits.
I
Understandable.
mean, understandably.
Yes.
Bear is absolutely done after 3 hours and 34 minutes of this.
Bear was pretty much done half an hour ago. 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get them in for interviews.
See, Karp will be interviewing. We'll see if Bear will. And we're joined now by Karp. GG's Karp.
Good morning,
And,
GG's.
no interview for Bear, understandably.
Yeah. So one thing I gotta ask: earlier on, you were killing Skulltulas in dungeons. Was that just
Sometimes I forgot.
Yeah,
it wasn't dungeon 2.
Okay, no, but no. Yeah, that figure. We were wondering. Yeah, go ahead, Carmen. What your first thoughts were here?
Just do Baronade and get long shot and finish the game. Why was Bo path?
You had forest water keys. You had 2 keys on torches and central pillar, and you could not get into either of them.
For water completion.
We forgot to.
Yeah, because you couldn't light the torches because you didn't have dins.
Okay, so I spent half my life facing Pollock checks in that seed.
I mean,
we get it. We really do.
We
all forgot.
We all forgot. We mentioned it at the when we were doing it and keeping track of keys and water, and then like when just before we were lax, we're like, it could be on lax, and then we're like, wait, no, it can't be on lax, and then it was on lax, and then we just stood for a second, and we're like, oh yeah, that's right.
So a fun fact is when I collected Saria's song, because I'm sure Restream loved watching AD for no reason.
Oh yeah.
It was logical AD, it's fine.
When I found Saria's song, I was just about to go and use it. My Fitbit had said that I was having a heart attack because I had inactive hours, but my heart rate was 140.
Oh god. I mean.
So what was the difference then?
Bear was up in Spirit Trial, just
Spirit Temple at the end.
Yeah, she was picking up her boss key in Spirit Temple when the seat ended. So
but she did. Yeah, go ahead, Toffile. Actually,
I think it was just like she spent a little longer time as child and did a bunch of just didn't have full warp songs for a little while and just kind of did a little more hiking around.
Oh yeah, I had a moment
for Overworld Skulls and stuff.
Pretty much because Bear got the boomerang. Because Bear got the boomerang much earlier than you, Carp. So she did a lot of her child one was like she went to adult 2 at like almost an hour in, basic about an hour in.
Okay.
So she spent like 40 minutes, I think, and just did a lot of skulls
Yeah. I mean, they
without
also
warp songs, which
had.
ended up
Yeah.
being the big thing. Is she just spent time doing that you
Yeah.
never ended up going for like half the things and check-ins and loose ends.
Yeah, she skipped ice, so like you can see, like you had
Oh,
or
Bolero was
where some of
helpful.
the time difference was.
Yeah.
Blair was helpful, yeah.
No, I had a moment where I went inside of Spirit Temple entrance and saw Bottom of the World, then came back out, found my last warp song, and it wasn't a Colossus. And I went, oh, that's you have to go through Spirit. That's how
Yep.
you get there.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
so confused for about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, also, they had their Rudo's letter for much longer. You know, which was
Oh,
Yep.
the
I felt
which
so
was the
bad.
path to Goma.
We were worried for you, Carp. You
When
got
you, I remembered it when I
that's
finished. When I finished Fire Temple, I remembered it. I was like, oh shit, there's a skull in field. I mean,
yeah,
there's
cause
strength and there's magic, but I
Yeah.
better check the skull.
I mean, cause you found a slingshot in forest, which told you that it wasn't
Yeah,
strength 2 for a slingshot,
yeah,
and then magic didn't. Well, you didn't know that, but we knew from there at that point that the other magic was fountain fairy and not magic locked. So,
yeah. I
or
thought
not
about
fountain fairy,
this.
fountain
I
tree
thought
skull.
about the
Right
slingshot for about 10 seconds. I moved on because there was too much to think about with Bo.
there was a
Yeah,
lot
that's
going
fair.
on there.
Yeah.
Oh, was that a good race at least?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it
No,
was
that
a
was
good
Oh,
that
yeah.
was
race. A
a good
lot of
race.
Oh,
back
good.
and forth. You guys went on rather divergent routes, trying and failing to find Dins and Longshot for what, an hour and a half at least.
Yeah,
I think at
something
least
like
an
that.
hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like we
What?
were Din's Longshot lights from no mode for a very long time.
Yeah. It
And then
was
suddenly
actually. Sorry.
Longshot dins go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we couldn't figure out for a while, like if it was long shot for. Is it Bongo has the long shot and you needed Dins to get the long shot because of the bow, for the bow,
Yeah.
or is it the long shot's locking Dins because bow shenanigans?
Yeah.
And yeah, then it turned out to be really stupid because
Just
It's
its
just a
own
river skull.
locks.
yeah, but actually, like at the start of the seed, it was actually somewhat divergent because um, Bear opted to play Requiem at start and kind of started up in Kakariko before checking the Temple Time pedestals.
Okay.
So she didn't start off with the river to KD hint,
Yeah.
and then you got the river to KD hint.
Oh, that was a question. You know the bean patch in River, does that allow you to get to the
I,
little
bel
platform?
I believe the answer is yes.
Okay, that's
It,
fine then.
it gets you to the lower her piece, it doesn't get you to the upper
No,
one.
because I jumped off and thought shit, and then I thought okay, I'm just gonna jump up because it can take time, and then I failed it like 5 times. I was like, well, that's GG. I've lost already. Right,
Yeah,
may as well forfeit.
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yeah.
then, like, what kind of ended up happening was you both got the scale in graveyard, and so you kind of then took that and went over to check Minuet and do all Kiri Forest as adult, and Bear went back child immediately because I think she planned to do River as a child instead of
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
because you
Okay.
both and then she got the KD to River, and so
I
like it
think
kind
she
of
got like Katie the River on her way child because it was a Temple of
yeah
Time, yeah.
yeah
Yeah.
so like it was going to be interesting to see if you guys were going to miss anything because like some of those skulls and items were kind of in bad spots. You had the hover boots before her, but she had the hook shot before you.
Yeah.
And then eventually you kind of like traded, and neither of you really kind of worked and stuff.
Yeah, it was a little
Yeah, because
back and
she
forth,
did Nightcack
honestly.
before you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
So a really good race.
It was.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Okay, sorry. I don't know. Well, your partner's confusing me in chat. I'm sorry. uh, Levi wants to know how it feels to be doing memory game.
It was a losing play. Actually, those shoes were pretty useful, to be fair. So, Levi, you had a good effect on me.
Yeah, Chimp was in chat for a while earlier as
Mm.
well, wondering why you were doing Dungeon Skulls.
I thought I may as well get
Yeah.
CAMC, and then I forgot. I was like, oh, it's not. Why am I doing Deku Skulls? I don't know. At least
Yeah,
I stopped
we were
myself
like,
from doing Basing
Yeah.
Skull.
yeah.
Yeah, it was like we were just like wondering, and then it was like in Forest Temple, you just like pulled the bow out to shoot the skull in the first room, and we're like,
Carp.
I've been playing too much multi-world. That's the problem.
that's what I
The
was.
one I
I was.
noticed was the DC
Yeah.
Stair Skull, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you good there?
Do we have any questions from chat for our runner today?
I think it was just Levi.
Fair play.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go get ready for school
All right, you
and
go do that.
tell my Fitbit that I'm not having a heart attack.
Yeah, please.
Sorry,
So,
that's just funny.
it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is just
And no, GG's.
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 See you later.
All
Uh,
right.
I'm pretty much out of other thoughts myself. What a seed.
Yep, that was most certainly a seed.
That certainly was a seed of all time. All right. What's next? Well, first of all, thank you all for watching. Second of all, thanks to everyone who made this restream possible. Thank you to our runners, MisterKarp and BearKofca, for putting on this show for us tonight. This was certainly not an easy seed, and they did great. That's all I can say. Thank you also to our amazing commentary team, Star, TheQueenHelena, and Toffile. And to our trackers, Blue Roses for you, Bronze Snoop, and Shannock. Finally, thank you again for watching. The next restream on the Silver Gauntlets will be tomorrow. Again, it'll be 8 p.m. Central European time. It'll be that is 7 p.m. UTC or 2 p.m. Eastern. It will be Jackstronomy versus Tober. It'll be
Ooh.
Yup. It'll be Logic Royalty versus someone who has been doing pretty well in group stage so far. If I have my log here correct, one sec. That is a group 10 match. Exactly. And yeah, no, Tober still has everything to play for in group stage. That's what I wanted to say. Had to take one loss against Mr. Triple, but still has the race against Jackstronomy and against Interloper to make up for lost time. And certainly going to be interesting. For Jax, they
For
are
sure.
playing to survive. They are either winning this or no, sorry, I misread. I'm completely out of it. I misread this graph completely. Sorry. Jax is pretty well through at least to a potential three-way tiebreak. They have won against Interloper and Mr. Triple already. But if Tober wins tomorrow, Tober might be able to force a three-way tiebreak for second place.
Actually, no.
No?
If Tober, I think. Oh wait, no. If Tober wins tomorrow, then everyone has one win and everyone has one loss in the group. Nobody's going. There's no three-way tie possible.
Oh,
in
you're
that
right.
group.
No,
If
if
Jax
Tober
wins, we make it the three-way tie for second in group 10.
Oh, you're right. Yes. Thank you
That's
for
fantastic.
saving my botched attempt at making this interesting, because I surely completely stuffed that. Anyway, Jax versus Tober is still good watching, and will Jax come through this group with a clean sweep, or will they have to give up a race to Tober? We will see tomorrow. Again, 8 p.m. Central European, 7 p.m. UTC, 2 p.m. Eastern.